Alright. Let me get this situated. Huh?
You're at the end, Veronio?
Oh, yes. Wait, Toronio?
Right?
Huh, that's weird. I don't remember him dying.
Me either, but you put him after Garrett, so...
Interesting. I guess he's dead.
I guess he's dead now.
I guess he's dead then. I mean, he's
he's
pretty much dead. I mean, he's not here.
He's dead to us. I mean...
Dead to the world. Alright.
He ain't showing up in this chapter, I'll tell you that. Oh god, I freaking blessed hand axe and 2 steel axes.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I mean, obviously the Lagoos Royals are amazing, but that also helps them feel better than they are. Or feel like everyone else is useless.
Oh, the
fact that we don't have weapons.
Messing up the bless weapons?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really wish Mia had the blessed brave sword. So many things could have been better, but what are you gonna do?
I think the strategy is still the same. Like, we attack the corners with the... Like, we kill 1 corner per turn with the lions or Tabaran or something. And then we could Raphael dance and then rescue drop him out. Because, like, I don't think... Well, we need Jill and Hart. We actually need Jill to kill the spirits, so...
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah.
I assume this always happens. Like, we always are doing this.
Yeah, that's what I did it. I was like, oh yeah.
And then...
Tibby's gotta come up here and...
Can't finish it though, can he?
No, but I can use them to kill spirits.
Yeah. But like... Why even hit that then? Because I think Gifka could just solo it.
Oh, you're right. I guess Gifka takes less damage this way.
I guess it's true. Gif can't hit it now because she didn't Kanto.
Alright.
I mean, this saves Gifka.
Oh, Gifka can't hit it. Gifka can't hit it anyways.
Oh,
because...
turn 1. Yeah, okay.
Oh my god. I bet Hart can't do this. Oh, he can.
Oh, wait. He doubles 1? Is the Thunder one slower? Because it hurts him more? Why does he double that one all of a sudden?
28. 30. Oh yeah, it has 2 more speed. The blue one and the red one have 2 more speed than the yellow one.
So Hart can always double if he takes a super effective hit.
Yeah.
That's probably fine. He's got, you know,
and then
it going on.
Jill's just on killing orbs.
Yeah, she's on spirit duty all day long. Oh, you shouldn't Kanto in because probably takes more damage from the
Oh,
AoE.
you're right. I'm gonna fortify anyways, but you're right.
Yeah. It's you fell only.
Yikes.
4. We can dance. Can't drop.
That's good.
I guess Har is.
I'm gonna rescue.
Take
oh yeah,
drop
because
duty.
yeah, because I rescue Raphael out and then drop her with Ina or something.
Ina, yeah.
Or maybe Neff, because Ina. Maybe I want to stone Ina this turn. I'm definitely always. I think I'm always like moving up and stoning Nazir. Or jamming Nazir.
Yeah.
I think that always happens. And then, oh crap! I didn't mean to deploy Sanaki, but whatever. Okay, so who else am I dancing? I guess Har.
Yeah. I don't know what he does though.
I don't even think it's worth like getting a hit. I don't.
Well, you can dance him. Well, he has to take drop Raphael, doesn't he? Because he's the only Kanto unit.
Yeah.
Shit. So he just sits there. It's fine.
And then Gifka's has to be the well. Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it makes most
but,
sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we can break another thing if we use the lions again.
Yes.
Can
I
wait? Can
guess?
Wait. Can Tabaran and Ike kill the thing?
Yeah,
Or Tabaran can solo it. That's probably worth.
yeah. I do have to
Let-
kill the 2 spirits probably, but I
Do
can
we
do
have
it.
to?
And then the
We have to-
lions, can pair up on a.
Yeah, another one, another tile. I mean, Gift Kid's worth so much because he doubles.
Yeah, Gift is really strong. Yeah, I guess I finished one off with Tibby.
Well, then how we have to make sure we can kill this tile first. The one that we're working on.
I just use Oh no, I guess Tibby just.
Oh wait. Can Ollie do it? Does he do anything to it?
No.
Oh, 10. I'm pretty sure Tibby has to kill it. It's the sad part. Unless Neff can hurt it, but she doesn't do enough. Check her damage
it's
on
the
it.
10 defense.
It's a defense tile, yeah. Check her damage on the other one, yeah. 9.
She has to oh, she can't proc anything. It's a Shara.
It's what 27 health, so we would need 17 more damage. How bad is it if we leave one spirit up?
Oh, you want to just leave this one alive or something?
We'll leave the fire spirit up, and then we kill 2 tiles this turn.
I guess the problem is she might teleport to like.
Your teleport's to lowest res. So figure out who that is. Probably Ike.
Ike.
He can take a hit.
Oh, it's Raphael.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think we have to kill the spirits.
Ugh. Can Mia hit it for any damage at all?
The spirits? She probably kills. Yeah, she kills.
Well, I mean that doesn't matter. Like, we need someone who can kill the fire spirit. And the only one who can reach is Tabaran, right?
Oh, you want to see how much she does to...
Yeah, 1 twice. Ina can't get close enough. Oh, this is so annoying. Oh wait. Remember, they only heal 40.
Yeah, he'll
heal
go
all
to
the way up.
67. Which is
So,
enough
I mean,
to kill with the Gifka, so...
I'm saying we could just have Gifka chunk the shit out of another one, I suppose.
Yeah, so I guess we have to kill the orbs.
Yeah, I think it's just good business.
I'm gonna do it from here to take the least amount of damage.
Yeah, that's correct.
Actually, I think I just stay on the 10 defense tile.
Oh, yeah.
I Kanto here, probably. Do this.
Yeah.
And then Kanto here.
Yeah.
And then, I guess, alright.
Ike.
I'm always rescuing Raphael, that's always happening.
Yeah.
But then Raphael's going here or here.
Yeah. Probably catty corner to the torch.
Okay, but then he won't be able to dance next turn.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Okay.
What's up, Red
yeah.
Paladin?
Hey, Red Paladin, what's up? We're doing alright. We're finally finishing out this game here.
Uh-huh.
This,
Alright.
video game. Yeah,
Bloodtide would be nice. Is there a... I feel like Mia's...
Oh, wait, Micaiah could do it. Micaiah could do it. She's not doing jack. And that should be safe enough. Oh, there's heal stones, too.
She needs to be on a defense stone, though. I messed up.
Oh.
I guess I'll just do it with Neff. Neff's not doing too much.
Yeah, Neff can do it. Yeah, that's our thing, killing waifus. That's kind of our shtick, fortunately. Sorry, Garrett simps out there. This doesn't matter, I don't think. Oh, is silencing that?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Oh, I'm doing this with Ike.
Yeah.
Raniel. So I guess I kill this one with Canagus and then chunk another one with Gifka?
Yeah, makes the most sense. You could hit a...
Probably
wait. He could soften up a
the magic
Wardwood
one.
Yeah, so it goes down to like nothing. Oh wait, actually, if we hit the bottom center one, could Shinon finish it off? 16. How much does Shinon do to the magic tiles?
Oh snap.
Oh, it's so close.
Uh,
Ina. Wait, what's Shinon support?
can she get shoved? No. Shinon support is Jill.
Jill. Okay. Let's see if it changes his damage output.
No.
No. Okay. Oh man, there's no world where we shove her. Is there? No.
Can I shove Nolan? Oliver?
No. Oh no. Say no. No one's too thick.
Rip. Oh, actually, I can move Mia here, right? If I kill... Here, let's see. We'll see if it works.
Oh yeah, she does 1 twice. Oh no, that was against the tanky tile. Maybe she... Wait, she does 11 twice? We vibing then. Mia's actually good against the magic ones, but she's gonna take a huge chunk of damage sitting there.
I think she lives.
Yeah. Wait, you should've... Okay, yeah. Wait, why did it live?
Shite.
Oh my god. Wait, why did it live with 5 health?
Yeah, I don't know.
Valora can hit it, but he can't reach.
I guess we'll just... Can Nolan shove?
Yeah? Isn't... Yeah. I still won't square off, I think. No, you can make it.
He does no damage.
Oh, because it's the ward tile. God damn it.
Alright, we'll just come here and fortify.
Yeah. Wait, does he trade the tome off or does he keep it? I don't even know what's better.
I think it's better on Leron.
Oh, he has higher magic. Though,
Also,
right?
I messed up because I can't attack this turn. Oh, defense is nice. Yeah. Oh, he has higher magic than Leron.
I think so.
So
Well, has everything else.
Fortify. Use put fortify on Leron.
Oh, no, he has higher magic. Never mind. Yeah, grab it from him.
Also, I think Leron doubles because he has 40 speed.
Yeah. You should take it. Don't we have another fortify in convoy?
We might. Can you access convoy? Maybe
No.
with Ike.
Yeah.
Almost 6 of them in a row. One for Green Boy. Dead waifus? Yeah, lots of dead waifus. Rip. I mean, Rolf is kind of a waifu. We all live, right? I think we all live.
Mia's gonna get chonked.
Yeah, she's not too. It's not too bad.
Oh, not
so.
that bad. Yeah. I took 7.
Holy crap! We can literally just solo this with Kanagus.
Yeah.
He doesn't take any damage.
What do you mean, Kana? Is Gifka's doing all the heavy lifting?
Yeah, but Giffith takes damage from the.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Ooh, Raffi. And Ina.
Did I not stone her? I bet I
Oh,
forgot to move her. Oh, Neff is in a
the
perfect
heal.
spot.
Oh yeah, if Neff can kill a spirit, that's really good. So Neff and Jill kill the spirits. It's cool.
And then I guess Shinon on the other side.
We don't even need to fortify. We could just heal Raffi. Because I don't know how many fortify. Like if we're gonna use up all our uses.
All right.
Just gonna take damage. Okay, so let me think. We gotta figure out how many people we need to heal next turn. Raphael. Probably Mia. If Mia does combat, she needs to get healed. But can you get out of the circle? Move Cymbeline girl, Sanaki, just all the way to the edge of the map. See if she takes damage.
Like here?
Oh wait, no. This turn he's gonna single target someone.
Yeah.
So we're cool. We just need to rescue Raphael, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know how she targets, but. I mean, there's lots of dead weight I wouldn't mind losing. Okay, wait,
Raniel.
can Ina shove Raphael
Yes. No.
from the south if we move Micaiah first? So Micaiah probably is gonna move out of the way and then physic Mia. Wait, well, is Mia gonna just sit there and do combat? Let's figure out how we're killing that tile first. Save our lions if we can.
Maybe Tabarn. But I have to move
Yeah.
people. Mia's not doing anything.
Well, no, she's gonna attack the tile in front of her. It's low health one.
This?
No, the one that the one north of her. Oh, you want Tabar to solo that one?
Yeah.
Oh, he probably can't. Can he? He probably can.
How much defense does it have? 30? 26 twice?
Yeah, okay, he's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, she attacks the bottom middle one and gets healed by Kaya.
I might just fortify again.
Maybe, we'll see. The thing is, like, our order of operations really matters.
I'm gonna take this, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I take it from here, so I can. Laron gets buffed.
Yeah.
Oh snap, we hit.
Oh, he annihilates. Oh no, he took the damage. It looked like he didn't. Okay, 6 more.
You suck.
Does Micaiah have Fortify? She doesn't, does she?
No. But our boy Ollie does.
Yeah, I was thinking like Ollie could finish off that.
Oh, we got thingamajig. Jill
She's
Fizzarts.
She's got to kill the spirit on the left, right? That's her job.
Nolano could probably do it.
Yeah, Nola could do one of the two things.
Yeah, Nolan will just. I'll just have Nolan
Yeah,
do it.
okay, that's fine.
Thanks, thanks, Red Paladin. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
I'll just take it.
Yeah,
now.
I get that, Red Paladin. I understand.
Ta-ta-da.
Just hit? Yeah, he's not gonna matter.
Jill Fizzard. Come on.
Dude, it's the Ollie trade to give him the Valora back. But then we need him to use his,
I mean, I could do it, but then.
Okay, I can't reach the thing.
What about Ikerson?
Hey, I could do it.
Hit?
Easy.
Okay.
Confused.
Tibby? We gotta make sure Tibby can do it. Oh yeah, Tibby's.
Yeah, he's vibing. I guess there really was no point for me attacking that one. We have to kill all of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess the Mia thing was useless, but whatever.
Oh, it might matter for dancing. Oh, yeah, it will. No, it won't. Yeah, it will.
So then move him
'Cause,
one space up.
He gets one space up, so he can dance. Oh, we gotta talk. He can dance Gipko, which is huge. That's the main. He's the main man.
That's a kill.
Oh, nice.
Alright. Alright, let's converse.
King Canis, I am here for you, as ever. Command me, and it shall be done.
Fight hard and make us proud. The fight must go on.
Got him. Easy dub.
Okay. I need to move Mia.
Kaya.
Oh yeah.
So she just.
I think she just pieces out.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't need. So you're gonna fortify for sure? I guess
Yeah,
you might as well.
I think so.
Well, we can't drop Raphael this turn. But no, we don't want to. We don't want to. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, because of the single target or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess I
There are
should.
a lot of.
I guess I should do this.
Yeah, technically optimal.
I guess I should maybe should chip.
Shinon could hit something. Oh yeah, he has the hand axe.
May I do it with Fizzert?
Yeah,
They both suck so
they
bad.
both can't hit.
Alright.
Shinon can hit. What? Well, I lied. Wait, why does that one have so much worse hit? The magic one.
Do you have dodge or something?
It's weird.
Oh, it's because of the range or whatever.
Yeah, I guess. I'll
Uh,
take the higher hit, I guess. 4 won't matter probably, but it could. I mean, a Givka plus a stiff breeze could kill it, probably. Oh no, that's the tanky one.
This was okay.
It doesn't matter. Slightly, yeah. Slightly away would save her some health, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay, one of them was supposed to hit, but that's fine. Ooh, so tanky. Still gotta do it.
Can they combine to do it?
Why do they need to
31.
talk so much? 31, 26 twice, that's not enough. Wait, is it? 74?
I think it should work.
Oh, I'm out this. Oh, it's one off.
It's fine.
Should I clean it up?
Okay.
Tibby can attack. Well, if he does more than 40, it might be worth it.
I'm piecing.
Oh. Yeah. I got too far out. Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Mara's like infinite movement.
Yeah.
We'll go here. Alright, Tibby. Is this... They heal 40?
Yeah, it does. It's worth it if it does more than 40. I know his Nolan support.
I mean...
Yeah, it's fine. Different is a pretty good move as well.
I'm gonna move him one away. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, just whatever the tile he's on, really. That doesn't matter this turn, really.
Alright, let's hope no one dies. Defense?
Ooh.
I guess... Well... Let's see. Yeah, okay. That was... Okay, then. Is Ollie dead?
Oh my god, she doubles him! Wait, we can't actually lose Ollie.
It doesn't matter?
Maybe not. Let's keep going, we can try. Oh, I guess we have 3 more uses of the other staff, so like, it doesn't matter, I guess.
That's annoying, but...
Yeah. Okay, if Kanegas... Gifka plus like anyone can kill that from magic ones. Kanegas could probably finish that top left one, maybe?
Good call.
Oh, I need some help. Shinon only does 4. Ike, wait, Ike can finish it, right? Ike with Kanegas, top left?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoopsie doodle. Damn, he really turned around.
Altina! Okay.
Well, Ike didn't take a counterattack.
Nope.
Got him. Yep. F on duty. Kenny gets attacks. I mean, not Kenny, Skip could kill something. Okay, so that leaves it 16 health?
I've got Tibby and stuff.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. There's a spirit on the left.
Yeah, the Nolan's on.
Oh, Nolan.
Got that.
Yeah, Nolan's got it, yeah. 1 defense, not bad. No strength!
I
Noodle
know.
arm Nolan, dude.
I know.
With every stat capped, it's with 35 strength. Tibby hits it too. Got him.
Can I can release, well,
Just have Sanaki take drop him.
but then she dies, right?
Does it matter?
Let me check the win conditions. I'm just gonna hold, I don't,
Just,
Oh,
well,
let me
like
check the win
the
conditions.
Lions get one rounded, right? Who
Do they?
doesn't get one rounded? Ike and Micaiah.
Okay. So where am I take dropping him?
Well, just so hard could move. It doesn't really matter.
Well, I need to go on a 10 defense square. Oh, I can put him here.
Yeah.
Can't do
Well,
it.
it's 12 so far away. Oh, never mind. Okay, she's 2.
I guess we try dropping him and see what happens.
Yeah, it's fine.
I feel like he doesn't survive.
Wait, are those the right tiles?
Yeah. This one down here.
Okay, okay.
I feel like he dies, but I guess we'll see. Oh, he definitely
Oh, he's still
dies.
low. Oh, shit.
Alright, he's dead, but it might not matter. Yeah, he's dead, but...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's definitely dead. Damn.
Arrhythmia. If you're standing close to the blast radius, you take a hit. It's going up in power as well. Oh my god, it hurts so bad.
The BS thing is that it hits everyone. That's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
37 to Har? Why? Oh, it's hitting on res now, right? Or not. I don't know.
Alright, screw the shit. Alright, screw the lights. Alright.
Oh, that was a lot of healing, Micaiah.
I mean, I think we've got it, but...
Yeah.
Holy crap, maybe not. Okay.
Do you have to use the blast weapons only? I'm assuming.
Alright, I'm just gonna attack him from...
Twice. Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, hopefully Raphael was here to give Gift another round of fighting. Oh, there we go. Hundos. Rip Mia, we killed another waifu!
I know.
As is our way.
Oh,
god,
yikes.
he takes
hold
40?
on. I got this.
Yeah. It's the animation. I like how the staff knows not to heal the enemy. Ranged fighting, like a coward? Wait, she does 50 from that square. You need to stand in the bottom center. Yeah. Get him. Tundo. Oh no, we lost our Mia support.
I know.
Wait. Micaiah? Or maybe Yune's really tall.
Maybe. Yeah,
I know
she's
Ike's
taller
like,
than Ike? What's going on here?
well, she's in the foreground and he's like not standing up straight, but still, like she's big, big lady.
Maybe Yune's the, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess when she gives Orbs today, she's like, Kai, you look different. Your eyes are red. Also, you're 2 foot taller.
Excalibur!
Great Aether. Oh, that was it. So quick.
We did it.
We did it, boys.
Easy peasy.
When she was getting dressed that morning, she should have known that she was gonna lose. She's like, I'm dressing like the evil villain. Wait a minute.
You're in like a stereotypical anime game.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, shit, now I'm gonna lose.
What were you thinking?
And because it's really anime, she transforms into a little girl.
It's Yune or whatever.
What of you? Are you leaving?
Are you leaving?
I am. But I believe
Dude.
it's for the best.
His
This
forearm
world
bracer
does
has a
not
shield on it.
We have
True.
And the shield on top of that one.
made you
He needs him, dude. He needs him.
But it's like wedged up underneath it, like it's like it guards his upper arm, but it's attached to his forearm, see? It just keeps going up.
That is a little weird.
It's true.
Look at that.
We don't have much use.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. It's like a...
Atheist Ike. He's like, fuck you guys, get out of here.
You
Hey, look,
show
it's so
us
weird.
what we
Oh,
should
I gotta protect my
strive
arm. Let me keep my arm straight.
for. We need inspiration.
I guess that's his like, he
Give us a reason to
he like uses it to like parry swords or whatever. He just puts his arm up and...
Because shields weren't able to be equipped in this game, so he cheated the system by attaching it to his armor.
statues.
That's smart. That's big brain.
Can you
Yeah?
forgive me for the pain I've caused?
I don't know. But you have already forgiven us.
But you have already forgiven
How
us.
could we not?
How could we not?
We are all family.
He's so nonchalant.
Try to
Yeah.
understand one
We are
another,
all family.
even when we disagree.
You think one day with genetic engineering and stuff, we'll have like natural blue, pink hair, whatever? Like that's just your natural hair color.
That might be going too far.
It could happen though.
Maybe.
They already have those like neon fish and stuff, like neon glow in the dark fish.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Someone's crazy, like I want my baby to have blue hair so they could grow up to be a lord and fire it blue.
Beautiful.
One day, man. One day.
One day, indeed. One day, indeed.
Wait, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure they had some kittens that were illegally experimented on in China or something.
Is that? Wait, really?
Yeah, to be like different colored.
I guess I could see that actually. Dang, they're waking up.
Oh, that glow in the dark protein that they gave to fish, they gave to cats.
And that
That's
like,
what I was thinking of.
oh, I see. That like messed them up or something.
Damn. What were we even fighting for?
What are you
Blood
fighting
pact?
for?
That's just stupid.
What are you fighting for? Wake up, guys!
Good now.
Crimea. Dang, look at that. Peaceful people.
Oh, so they were doing AIDS research because of, on cats for feline AIDS to just do research, you know, because it helps. And they marked it with the glowing green protein so they could easily track it. So they had
Oh yikes! So you can
glowing
like.
green cats.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah, one day, like I said.
Maybe one day.
If you were a Fire Emblem character, what color would your hair be, do you think?
Probably brown.
You sure? You'd be like
Just a normal
Braum or
person.
something.
Yes,
Oh, you'd be villager, like you wouldn't be in the game. Oh man, that's so depressing.
Maybe I don't know. I like green. Maybe I'd be green. I don't know. What about you? You just be yellow or whatever.
No, I mean I don't know. It depends on what character archetype I'd be.
I don't know.
That's actually a more complicated question. Hold on. Okay, you have to like guess your class first, and then you can guess your hair color, because you can go off of that. I could see myself being like, yeah, like probably like a blonde mercenary or something, you know, like pretty generic, like Garrick or something.
Oh yeah, that works. Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually one of my
Severely
childhood
wounded.
friend's last name, Garrick, spelled the same way.
Dang, we don't get his story because he died.
Oh no! Severely wounded in part 4. They don't even have the balls to say he died. So
You'd be like,
Zephyr.
would you be like Edward? Just.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, dropped immediately. Damn. Well, that's what you were saying you would be with the brown hair, boring guy.
Oh, let's go. Yeah.
Oh, I'd be Leonardo.
Oh, Leonardo.
There we go.
There you go, dude. With
That's
the fabulous.
This is us on screen, dude.
You
This
got
is
the
us
fabulous.
on screen.
You got the fabulous mullet with the.
Yeah, dude.
long
I'm
blonde
working on
hair.
it right now.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I could never do that. I can't stand hair touching my ears, so I just shave it off when it gets too long.
Well, he was beset by women across Tellius.
Oh, he's
I'd be
beautiful.
like Nolan, maybe. That sounds cool, actually.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Stories of his altruism eventually became legends. Wow.
What a nice
This guy
guy.
was so kind. He passed down this story for 2,000 years.
Not that he beat a god. It's like the thing that
no.
he was really nice. That's what counts.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what happened though. Like, to help beat the gods, he ignored the real fight and just whacked spirits on the sidelines so they could actually get it. I mean, he helped. Dude.
He's
Oh,
like
Ileana forgot she was here. You know?
He's like he's like have you seen Haikyuu? He's like the pinch server. He just comes in to
yeah. Basic pinch server. Yeah. Well, no, he hard like he's the only reason that Makaya's group lived at all. So,
oh, that's true. Well, Volug was also pretty dang good.
Well, yeah. Volug and Nolan were doing
Dude,
some heavy lifting.
I'd be Aran, dude. I'd be Aran. That's who I want to be.
Aran.
Dude.
Yeah, there you
With
go.
that the lime green hair and like the being a crappy soldier or whatever. Severe. Wait, Terodio did die. What?
Wait, when did he die?
Part 4, Chapter 2. I don't even remember that.
I don't remember him dying. It was probably like on like the last couple turns. We're like, well, we won the.
I guess he died. Yeah. Wow.
It's been so long. Oh my god. Traveled as a mercenary, resolving disputes. Some say he eventually settled in Gallia.
That's the tiger and cat name.
Mistress of Wyverns, Jill. Oh, so we don't get to know their last name if we don't kill them.
Her name is Fizzert. Jill Fizzert.
Yeah. But
she's one of the only
father's
ones.
ideas.
Actually, I think she's one of the only characters we know that we know the last name of.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, because her dad, we fought her dad in the last game or something.
Yeah. Okay. Hard
never
fought
fought.
again.
Now that's a waste.
He carried cargo, much like he carried this entire game.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's true. Lady Morala. Who's Fiona again? Oh, the Blue Knight. I remember her kind
she's
of.
the one who comes in with all like the villagers, like help protect all of us, and you'll get a shitty unit. It's like, can we just let you die? Like,
hey, she was a good rescue. I remember.
yeah, she's a good rescue bot until you take the skill off of her, and then she's just a. Yeah. Wait. Is he claiming he doesn't have a mark? Oh. Learned. Oh. The twist. Spirit charming. So he wasn't a hybrid. He was just
He's just a normal dude with that made a pact
the
with
mark,
the
the
spirit.
spirits. Yeah. He's like, hey, could you guys give me a mark like a?
They
Use
talked
your
about it with
hybrid?
Micaiah in part 1, I
I
think.
do not
Like
remember
he said like I don't. He said something about.
Well, I remember them saying something before, like sometimes people get confused
yeah,
if they're
yeah.
branded or if they're marked by the spirits.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay,
something.
whatever. That it's never come up before or after, so.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Mistress of the Evil Eye, dang. Oh, is that why she wears an eye patch? Because like her.
I
She gives
guess
such
I
sick,
think she
bad
just
looks.
lost the.
Like her eye is fine, but she just gives really dirty looks with that eye, so she covers it up to protect people.
Probably.
Oh, woo.
Oh, woo. Ooh, woo. It's more comfortable.
Yeah.
Severely wounded, rip.
Yeah, Har's like, you'll be fine, bud. Get out there.
I guess I should have just left him on him.
Yeah, well, we thought it would matter. Well, I assumed it would matter. I don't know why, actually.
The Lion King gets over. Imagine getting overshadowed by your shadow.
Hey, well, they actually were a good duo because like, Kanegas was like the best defense unit, and then the Gifka was the best offensive unit.
That's true.
So. They're like two bros, man.
True.
Fearless Lion King. Lion King's shadow. He died proud of his... What?
Rip.
He just died? What?
Yeah, that's
Well, I guess
rip.
they are talking about how they end. Yeah. Skrimir is the new Lion King. Just went around 1v1ing everybody. And he won because he's really strong, but...
Not as strong as his uncle or Gifka.
Yeah. Friend of Nations, dang. Advising the new king while wincing at his duties, Renulf still indulged Skrimir.
Gallia's Valkyrie. Severely wounded.
Yeah, well.
Oh, Mordecai, the smiter.
Yeah, here he is, the man himself. Avoided battle, lived all his days in peaceful harmony with the trees. He became a monk.
Wait, Liar didn't die?
I don't
Dang,
think we used her
We
enough.
kept
for her to
Liar.
die.
Yeah, we kept Liar alive. Let's go.
Leth died, but Liar, you know.
Well, Left was like okay. I remember in like a couple of chapters in part 2.
In the early game, she's somewhat useful, but.
Kiza, I don't remember who Kiza is. He's like some tiger or something that joins with Liar and doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's like, hey, look, we're the Leth and Mordecai of this game. It's like, oh, who are you? We don't care. Get on the bench.
Pretty much.
That's what happened.
Pretty much.
Now Micaiah gets to live her own life finally, without a bird telling her what to do. Yeah, you're fine. Like, no, the goddesses aren't talking to anybody now, so like, you kind of dodged a bullet, dude.
True.
You don't have to speak to the goddess because they ain't talking. Oh, now they're sisters.
My dear little sister.
Oh yeah, the pegs. Never really used. Well, I used a little bit, I guess.
They're fine. We use Sigrun more, but I know Tanith is like considered better because she has a little bit more potential. But I don't know. It's kind of hard to use them.
Plucky freedom fighter, Tor God.
Oh god, I remember the Tor God.
Yeah, dude, he was good on that one chapter.
Yeah, so was Mara. Mara was pretty buff. Part 1, I remember.
Yeah, he was good.
Vika. Oh wait,
rip in
Vika
peace.
died?
Yeah, you all remember? Neff is carrying a lance titled Rip Vika.
No, Oliver.
Oh, Rip Ollie, collector of beauty. Look at his eyes.
What a guy. What a man.
Yep. Stefan.
Stefan's pretty buff.
Yeah, dude.
So is Tabarn.
We invested in Mia.
True.
Tabarn, the only bone whose birds aren't hollow.
True. Guy's
He's
a
just
monster.
so swole, he can still fly anyway.
That guy's a freaking monster.
Yeah. Because, like, realistically, you thought about it, like, in order for these guys to fly, they'd need hollow bones, so they would absolutely get wrecked in any kind of close-range physical combat. Like, Ike, would crush these dudes.
I don't know if
Even though he looks buff, but like you gotta remember, like it's built on the foundation isn't there.
Well, in hawk form, but in human form.
Well, he still fly. They still fly. They still
I
have
guess.
Kanto.
Yeah.
So that means like becoming less aerodynamic is not helping your case.
I guess you're right.
They gotta have hollow bones, man.
Do you think? Look at him.
Definitely. I mean,
How does he carry all that muscle?
Well, birds have a lot of muscle. It's just
But
they
like that?
they can't take any impacts, dude. Like they can. Well, that's why they have a big ass breastbone, so they can like pull on it from both sides, keep the tension going, keep it rigid. But
Yeah.
I guess humans don't really have breastbones like that, so I don't know how they're actually doing all that. Leanne and her father made the forest echo with song. Wait, her father's still alive?
Yes. But he's he's a little bit like kind of the like not really like all like his mind's not all there anymore since like the massacre or whatever.
So she took him to the old folks' home and they just
Pretty much.
sang.
Pretty much.
Nucci
Dude,
said
Nucci. What a guy.
maximum livable age. He sets it every year.
What a guy.
Dang, he's that old.
Kurth Naga. Nice unit.
Volk showed up out of nowhere and went back to nowhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, you got some S-level daggers you need using? I'm here.
I mean, we could have brought him to the tower if we wanted to, but
Yeah,
it wouldn't have been very useful in the last chapter. Oh yeah, Ina's been pregnant for like 2 games. I forgot about that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she's been pregnant for 2 games, but
Oh, I guess it's dragons.
yeah,
They do
dragons
things
are
slowly.
pregnant for like years or whatever. So
Yeah.
they're like elves, pretty much, I guess.
Yeah, they gotta have they're the old race.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
There's always an issue with that. They never like think about like the consequences of those kind of things. They never play them out. But I guess it would be a pain in the ass to do.
Gareth would have been so good in the very final chat. I should have just like undeployed
Yeah,
him for.
he would have
part 4.
been, yeah. Like Riss was telling us to do, but oh well.
Oh well.
You live and you learn. I mean, this is an Iron Man. What can we say?
True.
Well, this is kind of a weird unit. Well, I guess we're gonna get into the tier list and unit talks later. The tier list for this game's so weird.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, well, for what part?
True. Yeah, it's because it's like, yeah. Jeffrey, dude. That Jeff was dang, we used Jeff a lot in Jeffrey's charge.
He soloed that all of those maps. It was him and like, oh, Kieran, you get XP when you can. Everyone else, get out of the way. Stay back. Get further back. No, even further back. Stay back there.
His chapters were the weirdest, I think. His chapters were super
Well, I mean,
weird.
that's the thing about this game. It's built around like solving the puzzle with the pieces you have. But his army's set up so like he's good, Kieran's all right.
And then
like
there's
couple
Makalov
people
and
are
Devdin.
okay. And it's Makalov, Devdun,
And
Kieran,
Astrid.
and then
Astrid.
Yeah.
Oh, we had Marsha.
It's
Marsha was really good, but we got her killed.
Oh, that's right. We got her killed early. It would have been a lot better if we kept her because we could have fed her XP.
The crossbows are
we were
really
supposed
annoying.
to have. Yeah. So yeah, we were supposed to have like Jeffrey and 2 lieutenants, you know.
Yeah,
but we just didn't.
We had
we
Jeffrey
only
and
had one.
Kieran. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Kieran was alright, but
That's true.
yeah. He reminds
The
me of
army
Alan.
felt-
He reminds me of Alan, actually.
Yeah.
As a unit, he feels a lot like Alan.
Yeah, he
Like,
felt the same way. Yeah.
Alan feels good because units are kind of bad in FE6, but I think Kieran's a lot like Alan. Kind of on the slower side, kind of hard hitter, misses sometimes.
He kind of has like the forward problem that Mecha complains about. Like he's always missing something. Like he can
he's
double,
kinda
but he
like
doesn't have
forward,
enough
yeah.
strength.
Yeah.
Or like he can hit him, but he just is like 2 speed off doubling. Or like he maybe can like he can double and kill him, but he has a 75 hit. So
But
it's like
now Nephany.
he's always lacking like enough.
Now Nephany though.
Oh, that's a unit, dude.
I mean, she's
That's a
pretty
unit.
solid actually. She's a pretty good unit. She needed some
Well,
help.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, she needed some help. But,
Oh
like,
no, Meg!
we were invested
first-
in training her. So.
First death.
Oh yeah, rip in peace, dude.
Heather was a big loss because we lost quite a few items in that part.
Oh
because-
yeah, Heather was huge. We were just wandering around blindly in the fog.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Donvid.
It's my Mecha's favorite unit.
Yeah, dude.
He's just so hard. It's just kind of annoying to train him.
Yeah, he is annoying to train, but like, all the halberdiers are worth it. I mean, they just because
Well-
the class is so well rounded.
But
I think.
they're like art. I don't know.
Ar-
They're a lot of
Rod
work.
we started using, but they're work.
They're a lot of
They
work
take a
and
lot of early
for
game
like
investment.
for like slightly better for a slightly better general.
Yeah, I guess that's a.
That was a
way to
big
put
Sag.
it,
That was a big Sag Titania dying.
Yeah. Khalil, she was
I don't know.
a
Yeah.
green unit using all of our meteors.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Gatry.
The Gator's pretty good.
Yeah.
Dang, what a terrible story.
Damn. Found many women, but no one to love. Dang, Boyd. With transfers, he's good. Without, he's not. Rip
Oh
Rolf.
boy.
No one
Oh.
ever cared about him.
He died in chapter 1. That's funny.
Yeah, well, you know.
Riss.
No, Mia.
She died, I guess, yeah.
Dude, she was there for us all game. She was so good because like she and Ike were our front line. But the problem is like, yeah, because this game scales so hard, like the Myrmidian archetype can't keep up with big numbers in the late game.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was still useful because of all the skills and stuff. But Ike left on a journey to land still unknown. He was never seen again until Fire Emblem Awakening brought him back as a DLC character named what was it, Priscent or Prism or Primal or Primal or something?
Something like that. Wait, how did Laurent hide his wings for so long?
Dude,
How
that's
did-
wait.
How did
How?
that happen?
Ashunera.
Magic. Alright.
Oh my god. Laurent's like, oh, so you're wearing that weird big backpack again today. You camping, bro? I was like, no, that's my thing. Wearing this big ass backpack every day. All the time when in the bath. Oh, he's a black heron. Oh, itchy.
La 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 la. Oh, we don't get the song. Rip.
Oh man.
Alright. So what'd you think about the game?
It's good. It's cool. It's very much it's for Fire Emblem players who are like into Fire, like not playing it just like, oh, this is my first Fire Emblem game. It's like this is your, third or fourth Fire Emblem game. You're like, I want new challenges and new stuff and new mechanics. Like this is for you. Like it's for that kind of player. So
Yeah.
like if you're into Fire Emblem, you're like, yeah, you're into that. It's great. That's what it's for. Because it's like, I mean, multiple armies. It keeps throwing you. Like I said, every map is these are your pieces. This is the puzzle. Go solve it. And it's cool. Because like each map is kind of like set up for its own thing. It's not like solved by a generic cast of like, well, like this map has to be solvable no matter who you decided to train. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got a
So
whole
it's-
bunch of different characters, whole bunch of different maps. It's a really long game too. It's like 5 parts essentially, with a whole bunch of chapters.
Yeah, it's like a tactician's kind of Fire Emblem because it's not like you can't just beat it by saying like, well, I'm gonna just train Robin and solo the game that way. Like that's not gonna happen.
No.
You have to like use the pieces you're given every turn or every map.
Yeah.
So.
And I do like that. I like that a lot.
Oh, it's very fun. as a beginning, as this is my first game, I would have probably gotten too frustrated and not played. I might not have played the series, but
Yeah. Yeah, although easy mode is like pretty easy. You get a ton of
yeah, but like, who does that?
Yeah. I think I think for me it's one of my favorites. I really like just like taking every map how it is. I really like the like interesting. I really like maps like Jeffrey's Charge, like in some weird masochistic way. Like those maps are fun to me. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun game. I like the Laguz units too. They have their problems, but I enjoy using them. I enjoy managing the gauge at certain points with the Hawks and stuff. And
I mean, I just keep coming back to it. Like, all the mechanics that are really cool and interesting to play around now would have been so annoying as a kid when I didn't have the patience for.
Yeah, like so managing the gauge, like
like
having
dealing
to use
with
bad
length as
units.
a unit, like ugh.
Yeah. But I mean even as a kid, like the Royals or Har are like such fun units to use because they're so easy. You just kind of move them. You move them. They kill everything pretty much. I mean, they're like a power trip essentially in a unit.
Yeah, the payoff is there because you're struggling with Leth and all this other crap, Rolf and all these turns, and then they give you here are the Royals. And you're like, yes, like now it's my turn to stomp on
Tabarn is literally a power trip. He's like a 10 movement flying. Invincible.
He's that self-insert isekai anime where you're the,
He's got like 45 skill. He his terror procs like every other round. He cantos, even if you place wrong with him. I mean, just a great unit. You just have to keep him away from maybe winds or like bows, but not even
that one sneaky crossbow guy who's got like the upgraded crossbow. That's your threat. But
and then you have like units like Har and Titania that are really like easy and and fun to use. So there's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot there. There's like weird units like the dragons with Blood Tide at the end game. Like the Herons are all different.
Yeah, like Blood Tide, like the Tides, I would have totally missed if I wasn't, looking out for them, I guess. But
there's like
yeah.
There's there's a lot to the game, but Titania? Is it Titania? I don't know. Whatever it is.
Well, the problem with Titania is that when she was running around as a kid and her parents were like, come here, titty. That's the problem.
Yeah, so it's Titania.
So it's Titania. Titania.
It's probably Titania.
I've heard both. I don't know what's right. It's just like, well...
It's a
actually, neither one's right. It's your choice,
Is it like Titania? Titania.
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 Titania. Well, it doesn't matter because she's dead.
It's a name that it's one of those names like you read in a book for years before you ever say it out loud. Mm-hmm. And so like in my head it's always been Titania because like, oh, Titan, that's a word that I know. Titania, let's go. Easy. So yeah.
But and also this game gives us halberdiers. You can finally play as a halberdier, which is
well. So the cool thing, I mean, this game introduced so much random, wacky mechanics and stuff, and like it's the first game with skill. Well, I guess
Path of Radiance is the first game. Oh no. The first game with skills is Genealogy, actually.
Well, I was talking about US. It's technically FE8 technically had skills, but they were semi-hidden and just very rare.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a first like US, I'm still going from the perspective of like getting into Fire Emblem. But like as a whole, I mean, other games had skills, but like this game just had a lot of mechanics, a lot of different stuff.
I think the re-equip skills is a pretty new thing. Definitely you couldn't re-equip in FE4 because in that game it's like genetic or whatever. You get it from your parents.
Oh yeah, you inherit all your stuff. Yeah.
And then in FE9, you might have been able to move skills around. I can't remember. But I think this game is the first where you're like always shuffling around. You're like always shuffling skills around in this game. Like,
I don't think you could because like.
Oh, you could. You can't in 9. I can't. I don't remember. But you must be right. Okay, yeah. This is the first game where you get to shuffle skills around. You get to like custom build your characters. I don't think they. Yeah.
Introduced a lot of customization, which is cool.
Which they didn't introduce again until the 3DS games.
Yeah.
So, I mean. yeah, it's you can do a lot of. I don't know if there's that much customization because it's pretty clear cut. Like, okay, you're gonna put, your mounted units can't really have skills because Kanto takes up like all their bar, and it's pretty. You're gonna put Beast Foe on your best unit or whatever.
I actually think it hits a decent balance of customization because like my problem with games like Three Houses is it's so much customization. The units all feel the same. Like they're not that different from each other. So like
yeah, and this game
is like
units feel very different.
Very different. Yeah, it's like So that's why I like it. It's like okay, it's like before we had Mordecai with and it's like okay, well we can take Volug's half shift and put it on him, and he can use half shift and smite together, and that's his thing, because like he has, that was a cool. Like we used him as a fighting unit until he was useless. Then we transitioned him into a utility unit by taking Volug's half shift skill once Volug stopped being able to do combat with that. So it's like by shifting the skills around, you could do things like that, which is really cool.
Yeah, and there's tons of other applications. Like you can use Paragon to like kind of get some EXP. As your there's like a lot of there are some interesting things you can do, like who to put imbue on.
And also like when on your second playthrough or whatever, like when someone's going to a different army, it's like I want this skill in that army, you could give it to them. It's just...
there's those considerations. There's actually a lot of things to plan around and strategize. Even though the armies...
What would be an important example of that? Like maybe like having the right weapon equipped when it got blessed? Is that what you're talking about?
That would have been nice. But also like we would like equip like a unit. We put like did we put Paragon on like in part 1? I know we like moved some stuff around so that the Grail mercenaries would have stuff.
Yeah.
So we did stuff like that. I know. That's Radiant Dawn.
Very cool game. I'm glad we did it. I'm glad
Oh snap! We still have this. Okay.
It's our time. Our turns that count actually. 18. Ooh, slow one.
Cringe. I don't remember what raised the standard. I don't remember what that was. That one took us a long time.
Part 1 end game.
We actually did good on the end game. There wasn't that much terms. We had Nyla though, the Wolf Queen, which probably helped.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what's a good turn count, but
we took a long time on retreat.
We took a while. Huh.
Hmm. 15 turns on part 4.
Yeah.
Chapter 2. End game was actually pretty quick. It was only like 30 minutes a map. Yeah. I think the longest map was probably the Dragons because that map is.
Yeah.
That map is probably the toughest of the game.
It's annoying because like everywhere you go, there's big ass dragons. It's just big balls of stats to deal with. It's like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. Rip in peace.
I wonder who our best performing unit was. I'm curious.
It's hard.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
hey, So's got 41 wins. That's pretty good. Oh wow, Mia's got 112.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Wow, Racing 0 wins. What a loser.
All the dancers are at 0 with losers.
Along with Kurthnaka, God bless him. No, Kaiser. Olaran.
I mean, he's only there for like.
I forgot Bastion was in the game. A&E and Lucci putting them numbers up.
Lucci. Oh wow, Makalav was better for us than Donvet. I guess he's mounted, but
he's mounted, yeah. Oh, why is it doing by wins now? Why is it sorting it now? Gifka's only 8 wins. That's well, I guess it makes sense, but
it does deaths first and then wins, I think.
I see.
Dang, Braum was pretty good actually. We got 11 wins with
the whole early
Soren.
game, like he was the Jagan to train Nephany.
Yeah.
So.
Braum is actually like is super under. I feel like he's really good in part 2.
Yeah. Janaf, my boy.
Janaf was actually really good.
Oh, and then Nyla and Volug competing. Kieran? Look at that combat. Oh, Leonardo is Shinon. We used to shit on Shinon because he had like such good stats for.
Yeah, Shinon was really good.
Yeah.
Wait, that's it? What about? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, these are like the MVPs. Okay, let's go.
I got 5th. Okay, what is Sally's? Just like
I
What?
don't know. What is
Like-
Sally's?
no, like how many times you were sent into a map? I guess. Like,
Oh,
Sally-
yeah, yeah. That's what it is.
every time you
you're right.
joined a map. Yeah. Jill.
Okay, Jill's 4th.
All right. All right. Har was 3rd. What?
Okay.
Oh, it's Nolan then. Wait, who's first?
Okay, Nolan's 2nd.
Nolan. Who's first? Mia.
No, it's Neffany.
No, she was there already.
I think it's Neffany.
It's Neffany. Yeah, you're right.
No way, what?
Oh, Neffany.
Neffany was our
first.
MVP?
Wow.
What?
Nice, dude. We're bringing
Oh,
it back.
we put-
Waifus are still here. We didn't kill them all.
We put so much effort into her. She was okay,
God
though.
bless.
She
No, she
did
was
okay.
good until she hit all the stat caps, and like, what more can you ask of her? You know?
Yeah. Okay, wow, we're so stereotypical. Our Neffany got MVP'd it. Wow, she did better than Har. That's crazy.
That is insane.
I'm not surprised by
round
Nolan, because Nolan's
Round
been
of
here.
applause for Nolan and Neff to beat Har.
Yeah, that's insane. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. I mean, I guess that happened.
Yeah, Riss, you're right. Magic, lol. Magic in this game. But, yeah, no, good game.
Good game.
We lost some people we didn't need to lose, but you know it happens.
Yeah. We're not gonna. We don't speak about that.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Oh, here. Let me get you the. Let me get you the right screen.
Yeah.
So, I guess, who should we start with? Should we start with part 1 units? Should we talk? Who do you want to talk about first? Do you have like a unit you want to talk about?
I think what you do is you talk about. I think the
Micaiah.
easiest way to do this is the best units and the worst units, and then you kind of you build towards the middle. So
Oh, yeah.
make a Har tier above S, and then
Really? Okay. You think Har is like in a tier of his own?
yeah, I think I don't know, maybe.
I need more tiers. Can I make more tiers?
Yeah, we need more tiers. We need more tiers. That's mostly what I'm saying. Oh wait, you changed the view?
Is this better? Probably not. Here.
No. Just did you click
Add a row above.
yeah, there you go. Okay.
All right. I think we need.
Wow, 3 tiers
maybe
above
not.
S.
Maybe not.
Man.
Maybe not. I think we need a S plus S.
S in lowercase.
Oh. That's how you do it. All right.
Yeah.
I think we need a E tier. All right.
You can probably delete that one.
Okay. So. All right. So I guess.
Ours the best unit. That's not negotiable.
Yeah, he's I mean, he's pretty solid. He's got like I wish I had like a better. Is there like a? I guess it's just Serena's Forest.
Syrian's Force would be the best way to go, but just
Yeah, he's just got.
he's a great unit, and his availability is insane. Like honestly, for this game, availability is a huge, like probably your biggest stat.
Yeah, he's like he shows.
So
he shows
that
up
little
in part
villager
2.
girl right there, she's F tier right there. Just
Oh, yeah.
drop her in it. Yeah, F tier. Worst unit in the game. Never even saw her on a map.
Yeah. Har shows up at the prologue in part 2, and then is there for pretty much. There's a couple maps in part 2 where he doesn't show up, like the fog map, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But he's there for most of the game, and he's a beast.
He's a monster. He doesn't die. He has huge range. He can canto anywhere.
I-
His only flaw is like you need to give him speed wings sometimes, but like
Yeah, I will say that is the one thing where it's like, well, you know, he does need a little bit of help to double. Like you need a little bit of Bex fudging, a little bit of probably need to funnel your speed wings into him, but he makes such good use of them that.
well, I mean, it depends on how you think of speed wings. Like, is it like, wow, this unit needs a crutch, or is it like, I have these stats, how can I use them most efficiently? It's like, okay, this unit goes between the armies,
Yeah.
so I get twice the use out of giving him stat boosters. You know?
Yeah, it's.
So
I mean, I guess the only other consideration for the speed wings would be like maybe Jill or Titania, but Jill's in a different army most likely, so there's that, and then.
and she doesn't need it really. She has the speed.
Yeah, Titania might need the speed, although we didn't really have that consideration because our Titania.
But the problem is that also like Grail Mercenaries doesn't really need help.
They don't.
They're
But
they're the army that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Har does make like best use of it, so. Yeah, I mean, so you know, you're incentivized to do it. You're probably gonna do it because Har just beats everything. I mean, yeah, Har, and then he's a Kanto unit with flying that has the best weapon in the game, like the best weapon type in the game. You get like really easy to range with forged hand axes.
Yeah, great strength growth.
Yeah.
He's not gonna die unless you like put him next to 2 Thunder Mages.
He has all the good qualities of a busted unit. He's like he requires no effort. He's really good. If you put in resources into him, he makes really good use of them.
It's worth it. Yeah.
He has tons of movement. He has the most broken. He makes the he exploits like the broken systems like forging and stuff like that really well. So yeah, just a really good just one of the best units in all of Fire Emblem, I'd say. Would you say he's better than like Milady, if you were to compare him? In the context of their own games.
Yeah. No, it's
actually an interesting one. I'm not sure.
I think that's actually a really good comparison because they kind of do. They kind of do the same thing. So I would say he's better, yeah, because
yeah, I think he is.
I could see you playing the game without Milady. You just have to play slower and rely on your Paladins more.
Percival.
Like you have to wait for Percival basically, but with Har, I don't know. This game gets so much harder without Har.
Does it?
Like
you have like the Grail mercenaries have so many tools.
I'm not worried about the Grail Mercenaries. I'm just saying, like, well.
Mm-hmm. But then, like, Har's with the Grail Mercenaries, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, I get. It's a close comparison. It's a close comparison.
I do think Har is better objectively, but I don't think it's like by like a whole lot.
Starts off a little stronger than she does. She takes a little bit to get going, almost nothing, but slightly more than him.
Yeah, she comes like unpromoted or whatever, but
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not much.
What about like Seth from FE8? Do you think
he's not Seth?
He's not as good as Seth. Probably not.
No one is Seth.
I guess Seth starts in the prologue or whatever.
He's there in prologue, and I'm always here, and I'm always the best. Like you can't. Seth has actually he's literally set the bar. Like he's the unit. Like that's it. That's him.
Yeah,
He's like best unit in Fire Emblem.
Out of the Fire Emblems I've played, I'd say Sigurd and Seth are like clearly better than Har. Sigurd from Genealogy.
Oh yeah,
and then Seth
Sigurd.
And then Seth from Sacred Stones. But Har is like, I think in my top 5 definitely. Have you played Fates? Have you played Birthright?
Not all of it. I've played a decent amount, but
have you played with Ryoma?
I couldn't take it anymore.
Have you played with Ryoma?
Yeah, I just didn't like using him. It felt like cheating.
Is he? Would you say he's better than Har?
No, because like you have Corrin and stuff, and you have other royals. Well, I guess like you could say the same argument for this game with like the Grail Mercenaries, but
I guess you would say Robin. I mean, I guess the only character for you out of the games you've played that's better than Har is like Robin, right?
Yeah, probably, but
I think Robin is probably clearly better than Har, but
yeah, but that's kind of a special case. But yes, Robin is better, yeah. So,
but other than that, like it's just like he's the strongest unit you've probably played with, right?
Well, not counting Seth. Seth is number.
Oh, okay, and Seth. So but he's in your top 3, right? At least.
Yeah, he's in my top. Yeah, out of what I've played, yeah, he's like top 3. Yeah.
Yeah, he's strong. He's a lot of fun to use. I mean, he can also do rescue shenanigans for you if you need him to. I mean, the only thing, his weakness in quotations is Thunder, but Thunder is so rare and so bad in this game that
it's probably gonna miss him anyway. It's
yeah,
fine.
and there's so few like Thunder mages objectively.
Yeah.
That,
and it's not like if there were like 3 Thunder mages standing together, he'd be in trouble. But they're always spread out, so it's like.
And the other hilarious thing is that bows don't do super effective damage against.
Yeah, it's dumb. I mean, I get they were like going really. This game got so weird with like transitioning from GPA to this. It's like, okay, we're gonna go really ham on the anima magic triangle and do all this bullshit that doesn't matter at all. It just ends up not mattering at all. And they really go into it and like dividing it out. Like wind is good against this and fire is good against this, and it's like we don't.
It makes magic
care.
really bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they. Yeah, because it took Magic's components to spread it out way too thin, and it's like it just was watered down and wimpy and useless. So.
But yeah, all of that, just all in all, just Hars just use him. He's really good.
Yeah, he's the goat.
Tons of availability, really strong combat, has no weaknesses, except maybe a little bit of speed. But yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I mean,
so
he needs a little help with his speed. So if that's your complaint with the unit, then we're doing all right, you know.
Why don't we talk about the other Wyvern rider now, Jill?
Yeah, I mean she's Har, but she needs a little more work. So
yeah. Although I will say that the way she works, they don't really compete with each other because they're. I mean, you can have Jill join the Grail Mercenaries, but you ought not to. So she's probably going to be getting all the EXP with maybe like 1 or 2 other units because she's just going to be carrying the Dawn Brigade, and that's kind of her job. And in a way, that makes her almost more important than Har because that's
true.
Har is like in the New York Yankees, whereas like Jill's like trying to carry like some high school like junior varsity team.
Yeah, Har has the advantage that he can trust his teammates to do stuff, and Jill doesn't have that. It's like, well, if it's not me, is it gonna get done? No, it's like it's me, and then like I hope no one gets good levels because we're in a rough spot, boys.
That's pretty much it. So I mean, she does have that going for her, but her stats should turn out okay most of the time. Her bases are like okay. It's like 24 HP, 11 strength, 15 speed is really good, 13 defense. She's okay. You just have to.
You need to forge her a steel axe or something, and then she's good to go. But like it's.
Yeah. And she is like a tier 1 or whatever, so you do have to work your way up. But
yeah.
I think she's really worth the XP you put into her. Like Kanto dragons with the best weapon type in the game are insane. They have no weaknesses. I don't even think there are Thunder Mages against the Dawn Brigade because you're mostly fighting Beast Lagoos and soldiers in part 1.
Yeah,
soldiers
it almost
in part 1
never
and
matters.
Beast Lagoos in part 3. So, so.
I don't know. You can make the argument that she's as good as Har, but
I think Mecha's talked about her being like he thinks she's better than Har maybe, but
she might be more.
There's parts.
The need for her to be there might be just higher than Har.
I think
so, like, that's the argument you could make.
There's parts of her. There's parts where I felt like not as impressed with her. I never felt like she was totally the best combat unit with the Grill.
Well, the difference is like with Har, it's like we're gonna send him flying into the enemy team alone, and he's gonna get out. Like he's gonna kill the unit and get out, and it's like.
I mean, Jill can do that in part 4, but before that, no.
Yeah.
I mean, she could do that a little bit in part 3. Like she could take on like 2 tigers at once, which is really impressive. But beyond that, she needs like help or she needs to run away, which she can do with Kanto. But I never felt like I always felt like Har was clearly the best fighter, even though like the Grail Mercenaries are obviously like MVP, like all MVPs. Like I always felt like Har was always like clearly the best for like a long time. Like I felt like Har was basically whenever we deployed Har, I always felt like he was the best unit until like maybe like the last 2 chapters in Endgame,
where he didn't have a weapon,
where he couldn't double, where he didn't have a weapon.
He couldn't have a weapon.
Yeah, if we had Blessed the Brave Axe, he would have still been our best unit. But
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Har is clearly always the best unit whenever you deploy him. But Jill, I feel like at some points in part 1, like I think Volug was clearly better than her. And then in part 3, I guess Nolan was. Although Nolan, that's because he had Beast Foe and we were fighting a bunch of Lagoos. I think if
That's true.
I think if Jill had Beast Foe, she'd be clearly the best unit. So I'm not going to really hold that against her. I think she's probably clearly your best unit in part 3 out of the Dawn Brigade. She's probably clearly the best because at that point she's tier 2. She's maybe even getting up to tier 3 if you feed EXP into her. And if you give her like Beast Killer, she's like destroying Lagoos left and right. And there's a bunch of swamp maps that she can just easily navigate around.
Yeah, with Beast Killer, and she just runs around.
I think she's like clearly your best unit in part 3.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Maybe even in part 1, although I don't know. Tier 1, Jill's good. She's good. She's still one of your best units because of how bad the Dawn Brigade is. But I always felt like Soth or Volug were slightly more reliable. Tyronio as well when you get him in part 1. But in part 1, Tyronio is pretty much invincible in that part. So so is Nyla. But
I want to put her in.
I think she's top.
Tier.
You think? Yeah. You think she's here?
In hard tier.
I think she is. Yeah.
Because you could make the argument that she's up, like that she's needed. Like even though Har's better than her, she's needed more than Har by the Dawn Brigade, so that you could make that argument.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm comfortable putting her there. I still, like I said, just the feeling of the units, it just felt like Har was such a monster all the time. Every time you hit him on the map, you were happy about it. It's just.
Agreed. Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'm okay with this. The successor, the red-haired female Wyvern Lord. Milady's rightful successor.
Yeah, Milady's reincarnation.
And I actually feel like there's a lot of similar. Like Milady's almost more similar to Jill than Har in a way. Like they both come as like kind of like advanced tier 1 units, but are really easy to promote, scale really well, become really strong. But that's also they look alike, so there's that too. But
yeah, of course. But...
Yeah, good units. So I guess. We can just quickly do Percival / Titania. I think Titania is really good. We kind of messed up with her because
we didn't really get to see what she could do.
She got hit by pole axes, but I would still put her S tier. She's I think she's clearly the second best Grail mercenary. She has a mount. She has really good combat stats. She uses the best weapon type in the game. You can use her all game long. Her caps are actually pretty good for a Gold Knight.
Yeah.
I think she's really good. I think if she had lived, she would have shown her stuff. So I'm okay putting her at here for now, and then we can see if we want to. I know we can't. Yeah. We don't have much to say about her because she died.
Yeah. But... that's the thing. I agree with all that. I don't have much to say. I personally just don't. Yeah. But
I mean, the thing about paladins in this game is that there are maps that are. It's kind of a rough game for paladins.
There's a lot of swamp in this
there's
game.
A lot of swampy maps, things like that. So yeah, there's maps where she's not as good, but I mean, she still has Super Canto, regardless of what map she's in. So there's that. So I think she's still like S tier. She's like comfortably S tier. I think like 2 range forged hand. She can use 2 range forged hand axes. She has good combat stats. She has Super Canto. So
it's hard to argue away anything from her. So yeah.
And I think Ike is also probably S tier. He's another like one of those. He's clearly worse than these 3 units, I think, but he's another like invincible combat unit that gets to range relatively early as soon as he gets Ragnell, essentially.
And as soon as he touches Ragnell, he's amazing. But even up to that, he's just good. He's just a good, solid combat unit the whole game. You could give him a good support, and he's off to the races. That's all he needs. And just good unit, good combat unit. Yeah, I mean he's sword locked, foot locked, but whatever. It doesn't matter that much pretty quickly. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think for me, Volug is also clearly S tier. I think Volug is really, really good.
I
think he's probably your best unit in part 1.
Yeah, he's really kind of. Well, I guess him and Soth are the Jagans of Dawn Brigade.
But yeah,
for
the thing
a long time.
I think Volug is almost like. I mean, Soth does have 2 range, and he can equip Beast Foe, which is insane. But Volug has 9 move, so Volug has that going for him. 9 move is really, really good. The thing about him is that he's limited to 1 range, and he's weak to fire mages, and there's quite a few fire mages actually. So
Yeah.
those two things are annoying, and kind of limit his use. And then in part 3, he has to deal with Gage, obviously, which is another annoying part for him. But I think he's another one of those units that makes really really good use of the resources you give him. If you level
Yeah.
up his strike rank, he gets a huge boost in power. He makes really good use of grass because he's just so good at combat. He makes really good use of levels if you give some levels to him because of the way Lagoos work with the double stats. And yeah, I think he's just a really good unit, really underrated, really important in both part 1 and part 3, where you take off half shift and you just feed him grass, and he can kind of go toe to toe with the really strong tiger and cat Lagoos you face in that part.
Yeah.
He held the wall for us in multiple chapters in part 3. And we were using him in part 9 move is just so good, man. So
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think because of the 9 move, he kind of feels like the Jagan of the Dawn Brigade, because like he does a lot of the same things you would use your Jagan to do in other games. Like you send your Paladin up there, like you send your big range move unit who can handle a lot of combat up there to hold a choke or to push in wherever you need to do. A lot of the actions that you need a Jagan for, he fulfills for you, which is so huge. And then later you take off the half shield, he becomes he's grass reliant, but still what else are you gonna do?
he keeps
grass?
up. He keeps up. He fights really well.
He maintains it. He keeps up. He scales in, and you're useful. Like, yeah, part 1, part 3, he's there for you the whole time. You're never sad about it. So and
then
good unit.
You can even kind of have him scale and become like a poor man's Royal Lagoos, because if he gets
could have
double S, if he gets double S strike rank,
wanted to.
If he gets double S strike rank and a couple levels, I think he can even surpass Nyla if he gets enough stats, because he starts really low level. He's 21 or 22
that's
or something.
true. Yeah.
So if you give him enough levels and you're able to give him enough good stats, he can become really strong, especially with double S strike rank.
Yeah, you could train him enough so he becomes Nyla's gift.
You can take him. Yeah, you can take him into the tower. He can be viable for the tower, which is, doesn't really matter that much in the context of the game, but it is really strong. So yeah, I think Volug is really good. He's always he's super relevant in part 1 and part 3, and then if you put resources into him, he can use them and become quite a good unit. So he is a Lagoos, so he is limited by that. But one range and a gauge are really huge limitations. But I think he still makes S tier because of how good his strengths are. He really shines, I feel.
And he's there when you need him is the other thing.
Exactly.
Even with the limitations, it doesn't matter. He was there.
Yeah.
He didn't go out for a pack of cigarettes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And this might be a hot take, but yeah, I do feel like he's S tier. I think most people kind of gravitate him between an A tier somewhere, but I do think he's I do think he's S tier, maybe S minus, but I think he does deserve S tier.
Yeah, I can see that. I would see him as S tier, but he's awkward enough that you might want to just slot him into A tier because of his flaws. But there's if you just play around his flaws, there's no reason he can't be S tier.
Yeah. So I think for me he's S tier, but
yeah.
I guess the other unit aside, so we'll talk about the Herons in a second, but the other unit I'm kind of hesitating on being S tier is Soth. I feel like he's either top of A tier or bottom of S tier.
I'm gonna contend you on S tier. I wouldn't give him S tier. He's
really. I feel like he's really good for but yeah, in part 3 he does start just falling behind really hard.
Also, even to me, he feels like a real Jagan, like XP thief Jagan, because
he doesn't.
Because he's the thief archetype, the Myrmidon archetype, kind of there are situations where he crit and kill 4 dudes in a row when I just wanted to hold this point, and it's well now. Actually XP thiefing your units you need to train on Dawn Brigade to get going. We just took Nolan's 3 kills there because you're just popping off with your backflips, dude. And that's that's kind of a stupid thing to fault him for, but it does matter in a way because he's your Jagan and he falls off so hard that it's really not worth it to give him levels.
He falls off ridiculously hard.
Investment in him is just really not worth it. You're just using him to get you through. So in that sense, the fact that he can just pop off and kill people is
I do think he is really important in part 1, and maybe
Oh, he
in
is.
certain
But
chapters
like,
in part 2.
I'm just saying he's like too volatile. Like he
Yeah.
he can do exactly what you want, or he can like ruin it, and it's just well, not ruin it, but like he can do too much.
He opens
Uh,
chests and doors for you, but he does do that. But
I do say I love the idea of your Jagan becoming a utility thief unit. Like that's so cool. Like he's there for you and you need him in combat, and then once you've got other units trained up, then he can go off and just open chests. Like that's awesome. I like that. But he's just he's kind of weird. He's kind of weird to use in the transition phase between early game and mid game. It's like, do I trust this guy? Do I not trust this guy? It's kind of like the Kieran problem. It's like, well, you could kill him, but you have to hit 275s, and I don't know about you, dude.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he gets into that area really quickly, and then it's like, I don't know.
yeah. I can I agree with that. I agree with
Now
what
that
you're
is
saying.
that said, he is essential and his utility is great. So like, I think A is a good fit for
I
him.
think
But
yeah, I still think he's A tier. He's got good availability. He's really good in important parts of the game. He has a lot of utility. He's decent at combat for a good chunk of the game. Before falling off hard. So I think he's still pretty good. So I guess we'll put him in A tier for now. So I guess the Herons are next. So you get 3 of them. You get
dancers are always weird to rank.
Raphael, Race, and Leanne. Raphael. So as a reminder, Raphael has 5 move. He has 5 move. He doesn't gain flying regardless of whether he's transformed or not. So transforming only buffs his stats. He does have Canto though, which is weird, but he does have Canto. And then his thing is he dances all 4 units, so in a plus sign adjacent. Rayson only dances 1 person, but he transforms into a flying unit that has more move. And then Leanne transforms into a flying unit, and then he dances all 4 people like Raphael does when he's transformed. Then Leanne always dances 2 people, either horizontal or
up
vertically.
or down. Yeah.
And then she gains flying and lots of move when she's transformed. So those are the differences. Starforge. No, we're rating characters on gameplay.
Yes, we are rating waifus.
Oh yeah, I guess we are. Yeah.
But waifus where their primary stat is their gameplay. So yeah, I agree. The Herons. I think you have to keep all 3 of them together no matter where you put them. That's just.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just how it is.
I think there's something interesting to be talked about, like ranking them.
I would rank out of the 3. Like they kind of have their own competition. Like you could put them anywhere in this tier list, and I wouldn't be mad except like C and D.
Yeah, I think
because like it's hard to rate dancers against other characters. So.
Raphael's probably best in the tower because you always want the 4.
I like him best in the tower.
And then Rayson has the most availability, I think. I
would put Rayson as my number 1 Heron. Like I would have him as the best.
Rayson
availability.
Rayson has the most availability. I think he has the. I need to look at their stats. I think.
I don't give a shit about their stats.
Well, I mean, I don't really, but it matters. It matters.
In the tower,
it matters in the tower. So when you're talking about what the best unit is in the tower,
I think Raphael is best in the tower by.
Yeah, quite a bit. Although you can, although Rayson has a lot of flexibility, you can Lagoose Gem him turn 1. So it's really bad that you don't get a dance turn 1, but then you get a lot of flexibility because you have the most move and you can do some crazy Canto turns.
I agree. I think so. I think that the Herons are they're on their own tier list.
Leanne is the worst. I think Leanne is clearly the worst. Her stats are the worst.
I agree.
Her stats are the worst. Although her defense,
I do like that she's flying. She has Canto, and that she can dance 2 people, because usually when you're dancing, you have like the main dude you're dancing, someone else you're dancing, and then like if you're using Raphael, it's like, oh, I have this guy who I really need to dance. I have this guy who like is helpful to dance, and then I guess I'll dance 2 other dudes. So like the fact that she can always dance 2 is like really handy. But the fact that I would agree. That's my rating right there.
Yeah, I think Rayson,
Raphael, and then
I think Rayson is the best. Like Raphael is the most powerful, like kind of like in a vacuum. But
Rayson like technically could hit he has the highest ceilings, but Raphael has the like best overall I think middle game.
Rayson is like out of control once he's transformed, which is hard because he's a Heron. but there are ways to like kind of make use of his transformation.
The whole
Yeah.
weird thing about Racing transforming is like, okay, so it costs you a turn if you want him to transform.
Yeah.
But the whole point of a dancer is that you get to cheat the turn system. So it's like, it's antithetical, you know. It's like,
It is.
yeah. So it's like I'm wasting this turn, even though the whole point of this unit is that I can cheat the turn.
He does have the best availability.
That's why I put him first, is the availability, because like he's there.
Yeah, but he is. I think he is worse than the tower. Although people, I think was Mecha talking about how he's not that much slower in a low tier count or in a LTC context or something. But
I don't know. I could see it, but
I do think Raphael.
I think Racing also has the highest skill cap. Like you can.
Yeah, I think Racing has the highest stats also. So. Yeah, he does. Racing by far has the highest.
Well, I mean, Tibaran is his.
True. Yeah, he's the most sturdy. He's the sturdiest, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think this is the order. I do rate availability higher. Starforge. I don't know about putting Leanne in C. Think about it. If she was the only dancer, she would still be like everyone consider her busted. Like she's.
Yeah.
Like dancing 2 people is still like insanely good.
The problem is, it's like I can give 2 of your best units another turn.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what I am. Like if I have 1 in every stat and 4 move, no Kanto, she'd still be pretty good. So.
I almost think she's the most interesting because she does have the gauge matters, unlike Raphael, and she
exactly.
does dance more
I
than
think
one
she's
person.
actually the most fun to play with.
Yeah.
Because she's a girl. I mean, wait.
It
what?
is.
No, because of the 2 mechanics.
I mean, she is a waifu, yeah, but. She is the most interesting theoretically, but I mean Raphael's pretty dang fun. Like dancing 4 units, like that's awesome.
No,
but,
yeah.
I agree. She is the most she is very interesting. I do like Leanne.
She's the most fun to use, I think, but but also she's the worst out of them, which is unfortunate. But
yeah.
Also, she can't speak, which is weird, but whatever.
It is what it is, as they say.
All
right, so for A tier, so I'm not ranking them yet. I'm thinking this is the one that's jumping in.
Okay, so wait. As soon as you touch Tibaran, we have to talk about like royals in general.
Okay, we can wait. Well, I think Tibaran is clearly the best royal, but we can talk about
he
that.
is. But,
we can talk about Bjork first. What Bjorks do you think?
Well, I'm just saying, like, once we touch the issue of royals, we have to talk about, like, well, these units are clearly amazing, but they're only there,
Okay, so I guess let's do the Bjorks.
where that's going.
Let's do the Bjorks we think are A tier first.
So, Ileana's in D.
Okay. Oh, you want to do bad characters now? Okay.
I don't know. I'm just like.
All right. So, you want to do the worst?
I do easy.
The worst
stuff
of the worst
first, because like once I want to do the easy stuff
this is
first,
an easy
afterwards...
A. This is easy A tier.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we can talk about Nolan. So.
Yeah, Nolan's good.
Nolan's good. Like, yeah, I think he's always like he's your second best unit in the Dawn Brigade. I think.
Yeah, I think Nolan's great. He's
Reaver's a good endgame class, although.
He's a warrior archetype. And like it's weird because he has good stats everywhere except his strength sometimes doesn't reach.
Yeah.
So it's like it's weird because normally like with warriors like they have huge strength and health and they're kind of mediocre everywhere else. But he rounds it out.
His strength cap is really good. His strength growth is pretty poo poo.
Exactly. So it's like you can make him work.
But he does have 12 base strength, so he starts out quite strong, and he needs a couple points of strength to like. Still be okay, and then forged axes help a lot because he's going to be doubling everything because his speed is really good and he has a really good speed growth.
That's what I'm saying. I think like the way his class works out and the way his growth works out, he's actually really nice because you can get him to like, and also the way Bex works in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So even though he's a warrior type, but all his stats are good except for his strength. It's a little shaky. So you can get him to the point where like, okay, well he's got all these stuff capped. He's about to promote. Let's Bex him a couple levels, and then he gets strength every time.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you can keep his strength up to an acceptable level, he's an amazing unit.
Yeah.
And also like you said, forged axes. That's so much.
Yeah, forged axes help a lot.
It's so much might. So it's like it mitigates his weakness. So like he really can.
He's going to be capping a lot of stats
Yeah.
because of the way Warrior and Reaver caps work,
Yeah,
and because of the
exactly.
way his growths are. So even if he doesn't cap, he's probably never going to cap strength, but you can.
Dude, he
Uh,
capped magic so
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, you can. That's what we want. You can
Dude,
pad
it's
him.
not even bad though. It's
That's
not
true.
bad.
You can stats pad him with Bex. With the way this game works. So your last 3 levels, you can kind of like guarantee a strength growth if you play carefully. So a strength point every level if you play like a little bit carefully and you're okay investing a little bit into him. I think he like does pretty well with it. I'm not gonna say he's amazing or anything. I wouldn't fault someone for like putting him top of B tier.
You see, the thing about Nolan is you can skip him, but the thing is with the Dawn Brigade, you need to commit to training someone to be useful,
Agreed.
and it's like him or Edward basically, and it's like, well,
Edward. I think Edward is
get
really
going.
bad in hard mode. Like he's just
in hard mode he's way harder to use. I have no idea. I haven't even tried to use him in hard mode, so I have no idea like how difficult it is.
I mean, we saw how bad he was in combat. Like it was basically impossible to use him because he would just take so much damage. So he would have to just like go in KS like every turn he wanted to kill him basically.
Like, Edward might be better in the long run, but like Nolan's already useful at start, so it's just way easier to just use him as your like it's Jill, and then like you have your primary investment unit and your secondary investment unit, and Nolan like does a really good job of doing that. So he's right there. You have him. Let's go.
Oh, and also his personal weapon is really good. Irvan.
Oh yeah, Irvan's
it gives
great.
him strength. So
yeah.
So yeah, even if his strength is low,
the one stat he's weak at, his legendary weapon gives him. So it's like.
Whereas is it Leonardo who gets like luck on his bow or something stupid like that?
No, Leonardo gets speed because he's for some reason a sniper
that's
with low
right.
speed.
Yeah.
He's a low speed sniper, which is stupid, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Nolan is clearly A tier.
Wait, what does Edward get with his weapon?
Strength, I think. Or luck.
Strength again?
Strength or luck?
It's something stupid.
No, it's luck. It's luck. You're right. Yeah, you're right. It's luck. Okay.
Because Edward actually has good strength growth, but he's a bad unit. So it's just unlucky for him, you know.
And I think the last thing worth mentioning is that Nolan is Earth affinity, he gives you can dodge tank
defense
with him.
And avoid.
Yeah. So that's the last thing. That's no, it's actually not defense. It's just avoid. He gets double. It's like plus 15
it's
avoid.
double avoid.
Yeah, it's like it's insane. So you can like do some crazy dodge tanking with him. So yeah, I think it's a really good unit.
He's honestly a swordmaster trapped in a warrior's body.
Kinda. Actually, he is.
That's what he is. Really.
I agree with that. Yeah, that's actually like a really good way to put it. But well, he's a better swordmaster because axes are just better than swords. You get
exactly
easy
like he's a swordmaster in a warrior's body, but you can forge a silver axe and he's amazing.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, and then I think the other clearly A tier units are these two guys. I think these guys are A tier. I think the Hawks are really good. They're flying Kanto units. They do have the one range and Laguz bar, but they have really good availability. They show up in like 3-7, 3-6, 3-7 or 3-6, and then they're there the rest of the game. So they're there for half of part 3, all of part 4. They're really strong. They're really strong fighter units. You have a lot of grass at that point, so I like funneling my grass into them. They're Kanto. They can rescue. They fly on because of all the swamp maps in part 3. Yeah, I think these guys are really good. I think the Hawks are really the Hawk brothers are really, really good.
I mean they're very strong units. They're very useful. Their availability is great once they get there. I feel like they show up a little late, but I mean it doesn't really. This game's so weird. It's hard to tell.
They show up at like 3-7, and then chapter 3 ends in like part 3-12 or 3-13 or something.
Yeah, so like,
they have
they're not there for the early game, but once the mid game gets under swing, they're there the whole time.
They're there for like half of part 3. They're there for like the entire half of part 3, which is quite a bit, quite a while. And then all of part 4,
and they're always good the whole time. So it's you know.
I think they're clearly like really good fighting units. I think they like when I think about units in B tier, it would be like this, It'd be like this probably. So when I think of like units like this, even though they're available like all of Part 3, I still feel like the Hawks are like clearly better than them. So that's my reason.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, you're never sad about deploying them. Like, as soon as they show up, they're good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would say they would outclass like the Boyds and the Kirans.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not Kieran. Kieran's kind of weird, but yeah,
I
they're probably
think
right
they're
there with
definitely better than
Above him.
Kieran. Kieran's
Above him.
pretty bad.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Olkey can dodge tank really well. He's not even, the funny thing is he's not even that vulnerable to wind or crossbows because half the time they can't hit him because of his skill.
yeah, exactly. It's like, oh,
Um,
crossbow's the most accurate weapon. It's like, oh, the 60 hit maybe. Like,
Well, I think Janoph is better. I think
Janoph is better because the strength is worth it.
I think so.
It's
I
worth
think
it.
he's better at one rounding. I think he's just better at combat. I mean, the dodge tanking
Janoph
is
is
good.
better at combat, but he's more likely to get hit by
The dodge tanking is good, but I feel like strength scales better than dodge because Janoph is already dodging most things, and you don't like dodging more doesn't really help you. Whereas like getting more strength like helps you like kill the generals, which are really annoying to deal with in this game, and things like that. So that's why I rate Janoph a bit higher.
Yeah, a lot of it comes down to
I
fact
forget what
that
Janoff's skill.
you're gonna dodge everything except for
What is Janoff's skill? Does he get like extra skill or something from his?
he gets
Let's
extra
look.
hit.
Oh,
It's
extra hit.
and extra avoid.
Yeah, that's not that good, but
It's not that good, but his stats.
his
are just
stats
better,
are a little
so.
better. So yeah, I would
Yeah.
rate Janoff like it's better than Olkey. Although Olkey is like pretty like really good as well. So
Janoph is better in all scenarios that you're not fighting a crossbow or wind.
yeah.
So
agree
he
with
is
that.
better, but Olkey has his niche, But they're really close. I mean, so
Okay, so I guess next these are the two units I'm looking at to maybe put in A tier. I don't know. I think Mia probably deserves A tier.
Mia's good. Yeah,
Mia's solid.
she falls off, but like she's good for so much of the game.
Yeah. Although I do think she has like her. I think she's a little. She does like struggle a little bit with fighting, but I mean she is really good. The procking, relying on procking a lot is like kind of.
That's her issue.
Yeah.
Is like she starts off like kind of wimpy. She needs some XP, but then she gets like her support with Ike, and they're both like frontlining for you, doing most of the combat. And then it's like, well, she could kill everyone, or she could take a few hits and be in a bad spot. And it's once you get to those uncertain scenarios, then it's.
Yeah. I think she's
Yeah.
she's
It just
good.
gets weird.
I think she's definitely no Rutger. You don't need swords. Swords are really bad actually in this game. She can't two range, which is another big problem compared to axe users and even like lance users. So yeah, she's good. I like her. I think she's still probably A tier. She's a good enough fighter, but I put her at the bottom of A tier. I think.
Who, Micaiah?
No, Mia. Sorry.
Yeah. She's conditional. Like she's really good, but she's conditional is her issue. So like you don't.
Yeah, agreed.
You don't know.
All right, Micaiah. I'm trying to think. Is she good enough for A tier? I feel like she's not that good, but.
So magic is garbage in this game. That's just the elephant in the room. And so like.
She
the
can
good thing
use
about her is
stabs.
she has Thany.
Sacrifice is pretty bad. Sacrifice is pretty bad.
Sacrifice actually gets better as you go. It's ass in the early game, but as you go, it's okay.
Because you have to think
then,
in part 1, she can't use staves. She has to promote in order.
Yeah,
to
I know. So like in part 1, she's shitty chip mage that sometimes has like Thany, which is super effective against knights.
Yeah, which is
dumb.
okay. Yeah, but.
But honestly, like, she's like Lou at first, and then you just put her on physic duty. That's her role in life.
Yeah.
She's Lou, and then she becomes physic, the staff.
Yeah, she's not.
Unit.
She's probably not A tier. She's like B or C.
But she does have sack, which is handy sometimes. Because a status spell.
There are quite a few status staves. So.
And
Not
in
as
the late
many
game,
as
like
FE6.
you don't
but-
mind using sack. You can
Yeah.
just throw it out. You're not upset about it. So
Yeah, I put her in B. I guess I could put her in B tier. I feel like I don't think she's that good, but B tier is probably.
yeah, B or C, I wouldn't complain really. Well,
I guess we'll put her.
I
As
don't know.
C
It depends
for
where you
now,
rate staffs.
Yeah, we'll C for now, and then we'll see.
Top of C. She's the top of C. Dude.
Yeah. Well, I can move her later.
Well, yeah. Well, we need to show. That's the thing with this tier list. You need to see where other people stand. To like, oh, you think this unit's better than that unit? No way.
I think those are the Bjork for me that are. I think those are the Bjork for me that are S tier, that are A tier. I don't see any other Bjork I'd want to put in A tier.
Oh, give me one.
Iran is mid S or low S. I don't know about that. Iran's pretty bad. Problem with Iran is his speed is bad. He's hard to train. He's pretty good if you put in the effort, but I mean, it's so much effort because he comes at like, what level is he when he starts out? He's really low level. He's like level 7. So you got to train him 13. You got to train a level 7 unit for 13 levels. He's got 11 defense actually. This isn't bad. You know, he does have like as much speed as Nolan at base. And he starts 2 levels lower, so he does have that going for him. His growths are pretty bad though. And that's kind of the problem with Iran. His growths are just kind of bad, and he's using lances as opposed to Nolan, who uses axes. I think he's most one of the well-rounded units. Yeah, he is relatively well-rounded. I mean, he's a soldier halberdier. They have like a really good balance of stats. His res is the other thing about him is his res is very low. His res is quite low. Like you compare it to like Nephany, who starts with 14 res at base halberdier. Iran is probably not catching up to her. He starts at 5 res. Can you get to 8? Can you get 8 points of res and 13 levels? Probably not, right? That doesn't seem like something he can do. I mean, I think Iran is fine, probably. Like if you put it, and Iran gets much better on easy and normal mode because of how much Bexp you have. You can actually kind of invest in him and get him caps and stats where he's good, and then like, okay, but other than Neff, who would take his role? I mean, do you need like what role? What role is that? Like a tank? You think you're talking about like needing a tank? Well, you have like Jill and Volug, who like. You have Jill and Volu who can like take hits for you, but like I don't think you like need like a grounded unit with no lances. Welcome back. I'm debating Iran with chat. Starforge thinks Iran
is mid or S. No, he's not. He's a unit who's like good if he's trained, but he takes a lot of training, and it's really awkward because.
What are his growth? Yeah. Go keep going.
So he starts off very solid, but the problem is like his skill is kind of low, and as the chapters go, he can get to this point where he has 60 hit all the time, and the Dawn Brigade can't rely on that. Like the Dawn Brigade like needs good people as soon as they can get good people, and they don't have any good people.
So here's the issue, Starforge. He's got 35. He's got 35% speed growth, and he does start at a base of 10, just like Nolan, 2 levels lower. But Nolan's got a 60% speed growth. So your Iran, like average Iran is getting to like maybe like average Iran is probably at like 14, 15 speed as a level like a level 1 halberdier once he promotes. Which is it's okay, but he's gonna be slower than Nephany with like much lower res. So he's actually not that well rounded, like because he does get chunked by he's kind of like Armor Knights in that sense, where he gets chunked by mages.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say it doesn't do the same job as Neffany, but the problem is like
I don't
it's
think
just where he is.
I don't think he does. I think he's like a more durable, slower Neffany. Like he's like a more durable Neffany that's worse at combat. Is like kind of how I see Iran.
Okay, yeah, that's true. But I'm saying like that doesn't even matter. Like even if they were the same, it's just where he's standing where the maps he's in versus the map she's in is what's the big difference.
He's also got to contend with a bunch of Tiger Lagoos who are gonna eat him alive. I think cats double him in part 3.
Yeah.
Even if you train him, maybe if you get enough speed. Yeah.
He has a rough path. Like the thing is, like you need to get like for halberdiers in this game, you need to stat cap them as soon as you can. That's kind of like their niche, and their caps are good, but you have to get there. And
on normal and easy,
really hard.
On normal and easy, where you have tons of Bex, you can like kind of like try to cap out his like trying to see what stats cap out at like level 16, 17, and then you like Bex him and get him like 3 extra points of speed, and he'll be pretty good, I think. But you can't do that in hard mode. You don't have enough Bex, especially not with the
And from what I've seen, it's like he's useful for throwing javelins sometimes, but then it very quickly becomes like way too hard to use him for anything serious because he's like
like I'd rather use Nolan.
Investment that we don't exactly. It's like this. The problem with the Dawn Brigade is they don't have time. They're working so hard just to survive, and they don't have time to baby somebody. It's like if you have to invest in someone, it's got to be like Nolan or Jill, because like, or maybe I can't even think of who else, but like it's got to be like Nolan or Jill.
I do love the concept of Iran. I don't love like the country girl like scantily like it's not like I'm like obsessed with the scantily clad country girl.
Roman, you know that she's got a short skirt, and that's the only reason you're talking about her.
But I will say like it's cool to have like a serious like normal looking dude with green hair and like being a soldier.
He's a cool dude. I'm just saying like it's just like we don't have time for him.
I want to use Iran. He's a cool unit. Like I do wish like Armor Knights were better.
We tried to use him, but we just couldn't because he had 65 hit.
Like I do feel like Armor Knights are pretty cool. I do like Armor Knights, and Iran almost feels like a fixed Armor Knight in certain ways.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about soldiers in this game. They kind of like fixed what Armor Knights
like.
Yeah.
Like I would have loved to like use Iran, take him to the tower, make him good, but it's so hard. I don't like
exactly,
and it's just not worth it. Like there's not enough resources in hard mode. Like you're starved on gold. So it's gonna be hard to like forge him like extra lances and stuff, especially because javelins. Well,
he's not a bad unit. We just don't have any time or resources for him. That's it. That's all.
I don't think he's a good unit either. He's just like mediocre.
Yeah.
Like even with pouring in tons of resources, I don't think he's as good as like Jill.
No, exactly. He's gonna be like
He's gonna be like Nolan, except
he's gonna be a grounded Har who's way worse.
Yeah, he can't use axes, so.
Yeah, exactly. He's Har with worse class and worse stats.
He doesn't get a legendary weapon like Edward or Nolan do, so.
Yeah, it's
rough. I think poor.
He's a cool dude. I want to hang out with him, but like we got deadlines to meet,
Mm-hmm. Agreed. So yeah, I think this rounds it out for Bjork. I want to put an A tier. I can't think of any others. Like maybe Alencia, but probably not.
I mean, you could make the argument for Jeff, but
yeah, I was thinking Jeff is either B tier or A tier for me.
The problem with Jeff is like his whole shtick is like I'm the only good one here.
He's like beating up on Jeff is basically like a over level paladin beating up on like tier 1 units.
It's the bully leading his
he's not even that good at it.
He's
not even that good at it. He's not that tanky. He's not that strong. But I mean, he is the best you have.
We're gonna come wail on these newbies here.
He is the best you have in those chapters. I mean, it's true.
He's just.
I don't know. Putting him in A tier is like, ugh, it feels so bad.
He doesn't really feel like a unit because he's just like he's.
Like as soon as the Crimean Royal Knights storyline is over, you like immediately drop him. Like. I can't think of any. Like, why would you ever keep him?
He's not really. He's like a part of the map. He's like, okay, so you guys have to deal with this challenge, and here's your Jeff, and then you have your units, and it's like he's not even really a unit. He's like He's only there for the it's like, this is the hard challenge you need Jeff for. Okay, here he is, and then here's the rest of you
Like,
dudes play the map.
and the
Like,
Crimean
it's
Royal Knights is only like 3 chapters, so I mean, in my
Yeah.
mind, he does stand out as like, wow, like yeah, he's pretty good in those chapters. You really need him, but it's like it's 3 chapters. I mean, those chapters are like super memorable, like Jeffrey's charge and the village chapter and all that.
he's
But
a puzzle piece. He's the puzzle
yeah.
piece. Like, he's there to solve the puzzle, and like that's his
yeah,
role.
he's like a
he's not-
really bad Laguz Royal in my mind. He's like a
yeah,
Laguz
that's
Royal.
a good way to describe him.
He's
yeah.
a Laguz Royal that makes it that doesn't make you feel invincible, which is bad. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I can't. I don't think I can put him.
I
in
enjoy
A tier.
using him and playing his chapters, but
I don't think I can put him in A tier. I think he's solidly B tier, probably near the bottom once, because I think most of the well, we'll see, but
yeah.
I think I'll put him in B tier for now. Okay, should we start talking about the? Do you see anyone else? I mean, I was thinking,
We could play Snaf. We might as well.
Neff. Neff is awesome. I like Neff a lot. Halberdiers are awesome. Neff is a cute girl. Neff is great. I like.
So the thing about Neff is like, so in this game, there's very few units that you feel good investing in as growth units, and she's one of them.
Yeah.
And there's lots of chapters where it's like, this XP is worthless to me, except if I give it to Neff.
Yeah.
So she's a growth unit, but the game makes it so that it's very easy to funnel her if you want to.
Yeah.
And so
she's very inefficient. Like, I would never play her in any sort of speed run or LTC setting. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
But the way the game's set up, it's like, it doesn't feel like it costs you much to grow her up.
No. Because, like, who else are you giving the EXP to? Especially
Exactly.
in part 2.
Like, you don't even care. Unless you're LTCing, you don't mind just giving all the XP to Neff.
Yeah.
Because she has like 2 or 3 chapters where it's literally just her and a Jagan, you know? So
yeah.
she ends up being...
I mean, she makes good use of the XP you give her. She does do a good job.
So I'm just saying, like,
she doesn't make amazing use or anything. I don't think she's like
a very well-rounded unit, and she could use the XP you give her.
Yeah, I don't know.
And the thing is, like, her flaws don't feel that bad because
she's so fun. She's so fun to use. Like, she's fun.
Exactly, she feels good.
It's fun to proc skills with her. She's a halberdier. Yeah. She's like a cute girl. Like, I really enjoy using Neff. She's really fun. But I mean, if I'm looking at it objectively, I don't know if she's as good. I mean, you know what? She might be like 8. You know, she could. I could see her.
I would put her in A tier because exactly for what you just said. Because like, she objectively, she might not. Like, if we're playing this, you know, cut and dry, she might not make the cut, but any other playthrough, she feels good, and it doesn't feel like, even though she takes resources, it doesn't feel costly.
She doesn't feel that good in part 2, to be honest. Like, and that first chapter is rough, where you have just Braum and her. Like, she like loses in combat to like almost everything. It's like pretty rough.
I kind of disagreed with that because
the farm. You remember the farm chapter where it's like just
I know what you're talking about, because to me, so my brain automatically sorts units into like Jagans and growth units.
Mm-hmm.
So like in that scenario, it's like, okay, so my goal is to, the more XP I get on the weak unit, the more I'm winning. So it's like, it feels fun to play it that way to me,
I guess. But like it's if it's less efficient, like, are you really winning? Like,
well, I know, but like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's like the Jagan Pitfall video that Mecca did, right? It's
but I'm saying, like, if we're playing LTC, then she's not good. But if
I'm not even talking about LTC. It's just like, even if you're playing
no. That's
regular.
what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of like an all or nothing thing. Like, you know, like.
I mean, I'm okay putting Neff in A tier because I'm biased and I like her, but I don't know. I don't think she deserves it, but I think I like her. I
agree. I think if we run the numbers, she's in B.
Yeah.
But because of the way most people play the game, she's in A.
Okay. Sure.
You know, like the way she feels like an A tier unit. But if we run the numbers, she's probably B tier. That's what I would say.
Okay. I am okay with that then. All right, should we start? I think that's it for Bjork units for me that are in A tier. I mean honestly, if we're putting Neff in A tier, I think Well, no, Shinon. I don't know. Shinon not having an enemy phase is kind of rough. I don't.
He's just he's
I mean,
fun to use. He's cool, but we can talk about Shinon. So
one of
so
the
the
best
cool thing
tower
about
units.
Shinon,
Yeah.
I really like him because
He has good stats.
for most of Fire Emblem's history, it's like Archer is a shit class. We all know it. What do we do? So they just gave him stats that are like better than Ike's. So it's like he's a shitty class, but his stats are so good that you don't mind that he can he's your tank. We used him as a tank for most of the early game. He would just choke walls as an archer, which is just hilarious. And he ends up being really fun to use because he's like an atypical off, you get a player phase but not an enemy phase, but his stats are good enough that you don't really mind. So he hits a really like very weird niche that is very enjoyable. I found. How good he is, I mean,
Yeah, not having an enemy phase is rough. The crossbows
it's
are bad.
yeah, but
You don't really fight that many bows aren't that effective as a Grail mercenary because you don't fight that many flying units.
well, I mean, wyverns don't even count.
Yeah,
so it's
Benyon
only
uses
pegs.
mostly Benyon uses mostly wyverns. You don't fight that many Pegasus Knights. You don't fight any Falcons.
Yeah,
You fight a couple Ravens, I think, but Ravens are not that great. And even if you do,
he ends up being a very good unit in one of the worst classes.
he's good. He's good at the
fun.
tower. He's like probably A tier.
If you get him
to
marksman, he's great. Actually, he's really good. So like he ends up being a fun unit to train. Who's overall really not that good, but he's fun, and if you train him, he's worth it. So it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's solidly B tier. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing about Neff is she's got a good availability. She's part 2.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. That's even though she has her flaws, like she's always there. She can always give her XP if you need to. So like she's there for you.
Yep. Okay. You want to talk about the Royals?
Yeah, we can.
All right, I'll just put him here. I think I would consider the Black Knight a Royal. The way he ends up going. The way things end up going with him, he's kind of like a royal.
Well, there's kind of like 2 tiers of royals. There's like Nyla and the Black Knight royals, and Tyronio, I guess, and then there's like the late game royals.
Well, Tyronio is a little different from a royal, so I guess we can do him later.
Yeah. Well, he fits the same archetype as like Black Knight and Nyla.
He falls off is the thing, so he's weird. He's a little weird. I think that's it. Yeah, I think I got all the royals. So, yeah, these units are weird. They
are objectively very good, but
they're also objectively in theory they're very good, but objectively they're there for a couple chapters. You don't really need them because all your units are probably really developed at that point. So
yeah, I guess you've had the chance to not need them.
I think. Yeah, also, I mean, even though, they're really strong, Nyla and the 2 Lions are limited because they don't have Kanto and they're limited to 1 range. So it gets a little weird sometimes. In an enemy phase, it can be not that good, especially on the Dragon map or against the Bjork, in the early tower against the Dragons and the Bjork. Their enemy phases are pretty bad and they end up not being that useful in endgame. Nyla, I think Nyla probably gets a head up on these 2 guys because she has a couple chapters that she shows up on, and you can use her in part 4. That's the other big thing. Probably.
Okay, so
yeah,
I would put Nyla in the same camp as Jeffrey, actually.
Yeah, I think she's clearly better than Jeffrey. I think
she's better than Jeffrey. I think they do the same job. It's like there's these chapters where
Nyla does it better.
She does it better. She does Jeffrey's job better than he does. Like there's these chapters where it's kind of hard. You need a broken unit to get through it, and that's your boy.
Yeah.
Except Nyla's just really Nyla can't die. She doesn't take damage, whereas Jeffrey can die. That's the difference.
I think Tibby is clearly A tier. I think Tibby is the best.
Tibby's A tier because he's there. He's there by a mile. He's there more. He has Kanto. He's just.
Tibby is so good in part. I think I remember
so well rounded. He has
we put him on the Hawk Army with like a couple like some bad units. I remember like Peleus was there and like
Yeah, that's true. It was the Tibby show.
He just solo. I remember him just soloing part 4.
I remember like his army is like, okay, we're gonna have Tibarn, and then like
Yeah.
we're gonna try to trade Peleus. Right?
And then
we gave up on Peleus.
He did work in the tower. He was always reliable in the tower.
Yeah.
He's like a flying Kanto unit. I mean, the guy is just really good. Like he's invincible.
He's jacked, bro.
He's got like 50 skills, so he activates Terror like every round. Tibby is like a power trip, like the kind of like the Fire Emblem's version of a power trip, essentially. He's like the guy you loved using as a kid because
exactly
just, like,
he's there for
everything.
you, and he's there a lot, which is a big deal.
Nisala is also pretty good in part 4, especially that desert map.
He's Tibarn's younger brother, kind of. Like, that's what he does.
You can use him in the tower. I think he might have been better than some other units we brought. Like I think he might have been better than Nolan maybe or Bia. But
the thing about Nisala is like he hits these weird stat thresholds where like if he gets his strength or his speed level at the right time, he's way better. Like he can vary a lot. You know, like 1 or 2 points of strength or 1 or 2 points of speed is huge for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's right there on the edge of like breaking over one way or the other. So it's like he's kind of it's hard to place him.
I think he might be better than I don't know if he's better than Nyla. I feel like
I would say he's better than Nyla, but Nyla's more essential than he is.
Yeah, Nyla has like some chapters where she's really good. She's on that swamp map at part 1.
Yeah,
she's
there are some chapters where it's like
I remember her
Nyla,
being
like okay, my army takes the right side and Nyla takes the left side. Like,
I remember her being
like that.
Really. I remember her using her a lot in the Oliver chapter in part 4 in that mansion.
Yeah. Well, what was that before that? We gave her a pass and she was like did everything.
That's part 1 of Endgame, yeah, or Endgame, yeah, Endgame part 1, yeah.
Nyla's like, she's hard to rate as a unit because she's more like
the Royals are.
She solves the puzzle of that chapter kind of thing.
I think Sephirin is like is D tier for me. Like he's another.
He doesn't matter.
Do anything.
He doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't know if he's like, E tier. He's not like insultingly bad, but he doesn't. Yeah, he's just.
I mean, he's objectively a good unit, but it's just like.
Yeah. Okay.
We've already solved the puzzle without you, dude. Why are you even here?
Yeah, he's like.
So.
Yeah. He's in D. You can probably like if like all your units have died or something, you could probably make him. You could probably like make like a Sephiroth
he's there
solo
for insurance.
work.
He's kind of like an insurance policy. It's like I hate paying this every month, but I guess it
would
be
helpful. You can probably do a Sephiroth solo with like Micaiah healing him or something, but
yeah, there's something there, but it's not worth my time. So
so he's D tier. I think. Now the Lions and the Black Knight. These are interesting. Black Knight is like actually quite helpful in the chapters you get him. So you get him in that chapter where it's just him and Micaiah in part 1, where Jared ambushes them.
Yeah, that's a weird chapter though. It's almost hard to even count that chapter. Like,
well, you need him in that chapter though. So you get him in Endgame of part 1, where he's worse than Nyla in that chapter. He's okay, but he's worse. And then there's that swamp chapter in part 3 against all the Lagoos, where he's pretty good. But he really doesn't do all that much. I think he's firmly C tier. I'll put him in C tier. What do you think? I think he's clearly better than Sephiran. But beyond.
All right, I'm back. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was talking about the Black Knight. You get him in 2 chapters in part 1, Endgame, and then the ambush chapter, and then you get him in part 3 against when he's fighting against the Lagoos. And he's pretty good in those 3 chapters. I think he's worse than Nyla in Endgame of part 1. I mean, he's okay. He's a strong unit. I put him in C tier. I think he's clearly better than Sephiran. He clearly does more for the time you get him.
Yes.
So I think I'm happy putting him in C tier.
Yeah, he's good when you have him, but you never need him. So like Nyla, sometimes you kind of need her.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, C is fine. I'm fine with that. The Lions are weird because it's like they're they kind of become late game insurance. It's like, if guys, if you don't have a hard hitter for the late game, here you go. Here's some freebies. You know,
Yeah.
that's
And
kind of what
it.
the role they
Yeah.
play.
And they're also not that great. Notably, they're not that great in the first three chapters of Endgame, like the Black Knight the Zelgius chapter,
Yeah, true.
and then against the Saints or whatever, the Senators. Because they're not that good against Bjork really, because 2-range just kind of screws them over.
Yeah,
2-range.
they're weak to 2-range, and then like they have their issues of like, Candigus can't double,
yeah.
or he gets doubled, and then Gifka like doesn't do enough. He takes too much damage. He has Candigus has weak speed and Gifka has weak defense. Like that's kind of their things, and so like they can fall apart to Bjork armies.
Weak defense. I think he's like Gifka has as much defense as Har, but.
Well, yeah, but like the way that but it doesn't have Kanto, so like he still takes more damage.
Yeah, he's got 40 defense, so.
So like the kind of the purpose of those units is that in the late game when stats scale to such incredible degrees, they're there to be heavy hitters for you. Like they just give them to you as heavy hitters in the late game to help you out if you need it, and they're very useful as a tool if you use them that way. Like kind of we cheesed every the last few chapters with them.
They're good against spirits. I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean they're battering rams. Like exactly, you just put them in there to do the work, and it's hard to rate them as units because like they're more of a tool than a unit. But yeah, somewhere in C and B, because like they are great. I mean, if you have them in the early game, you'd be so happy. But
yeah, that's not. Yeah,
but they're just there to do their job, So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think I agree with that. All right. I guess we can do Taronia. Taronio's actually interesting. He's actually there for like quite a few chapters in part 1.
His availability is higher than you think it is.
Yeah,
like he's kind of there a lot.
And then he's invincible in part 1, in the chapters he's there, and then in part 3 there's like that one chapter where we're like defending the hill from like the Benyan army, and he like holds the left side by himself.
Yeah.
And then I think in the end game of part, or not the end game, but like the final Dawn Brigade chapter in part 3, where we're defending the castle from Ike and the Lagoos. Mm-hmm. He like walls something there and like does okay against Tigers, not great, but okay. Yeah. And in part 4, I think we put him on the Hawk army, and he like maybe saw combat a couple times and did pretty bad, but I mean he wasn't dying. So he does fall off like late into part 3, or like maybe midway through part 3, and his availability is like you get him here and there, so he's definitely not like a normal Dawn Brigade unit even.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I think he's very similar to the Lions.
Yeah,
because he does the same job. Like in the late game, it's like, here, if you need some more extra muscle to get through, here's the Lions. And now in the early game, it's like, if you need a wall to get through, here's Tornado. Like that's how they work. He's a tool to get through the chapters that you need him. And
yeah,
I mean, he's good. Like he's a good unit when you get him, but I don't know. It's hard to rate him because, like I said, he's more of a tool than a unit. Like it's
yeah.
You need a wall for this side. Here you go, Toronio. Like
yeah.
I don't know. It's weird to place him. I would say, yeah, he's probably better than the Lions in the fact that you could train him and treat him like a unit, but it's not really worth it. I don't know. It's
I agree. I think I agree with you. He's okay. He's there to like help you get through the chapters he's in.
Exactly. Like that's what he does. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to talk about him good or bad, really. It's just he's just what he is.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Although it kind of makes me feel bad to see him better than the Lions. I don't know. My emotions are telling me that he's worse, but
is he?
I don't know. But my emotions
like
feel bad, like, because my gift is my boy, So.
Yeah, he's I don't know. It's close. He is useful, and I mean, we just probably don't remember them because it's been a while. But he is useful in the chapters.
He is useful when he's there.
I mean, he's not amazing in those chapters, but he's pretty good. Okay, I'll put him below the Lions, so I'll take it.
Because Gifka's just Gifka was carrying us in the late game, but mostly because our weapons were terrible. Like if Har had a good weapon, if Jill had a good weapon, it could have been different.
Do you want to do the garbage? You want to take out the
garbage right now? Yeah,
take out the garbage.
Take out the trash.
All right.
All right, Astrid. Woo!
All right. What else? Oh, here. How could I forget? Where are you? Where's that guy? Okay.
Left.
Yeah.
Left is probably the top.
Where's the prime? Okay, here we go.
Oh, there he is, Karith Naga. Ileana, there she is.
I don't think Ileana is with these. Definitely not in this tier of units.
She has uses in the early game.
I think this unit is way worse than Ileana.
What?
This unit is insultingly bad. I hate this unit. I'll explain. Because at least Ileana can use staves once you promote her.
Why would you promote her?
She's actually not a bad fighting unit. She's not that bad. You think she's that bad? We can talk about her right now.
Okay, so Ileana is...
She's a Thunder Mage, which, yeah, isn't great. But, I mean, she's got 12 magic. She's got 13 speed. She's going to be doubling Armor Knights. She's going to be doubling Soldiers. And she's going to be hitting units that have, like, 1 or 2 res. So, she's going to be dealing the deeps.
That's probably fair. I've only considered her... I've never considered her as a unit to train. I've just thought about, like, what she is as a unit. Like, what is her utility as a unit you don't train?
I clearly remember using her to, like, chip bosses in Armor Knights.
No, like, I remember she was quite useful in, like, 3 or 4 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Because she could shove, scrawny little units like Eddie and Micaiah, and she had chip damage that was meaningful. So... like, she's not useless. I definitely don't want to take anything away from her because she has her niche in the early game of like chip damage and shove but I just, if you're giving her staff credit, I don't want to give her that because like
what level is she, Ileana?
She's like 4. She's like level 4.
She's level 12. You can just give her a master sign and get her to Sage, and then boom, voila, she can use. She can ment people.
She's level 4 in my head, so
she's level 12. And you can make her join the Grail. She joins the Grail Mercenaries, so she carries stuff for you to them. And then
why would you send her to the Grail?
She has great. Oh, you have to.
Oh, that's right. She does. Okay.
So she has great availability. She has one of the best She has one of the best availabilities in the game.
But then you have to train a magic unit, though.
Yeah, I know. But all this being with all of this though, I don't think you can consider her like one of the. I think she's like C tier almost, because she is quite useful in the chapters you get her in part 1. She comes fairly early. She comes in the prison chapter with Laura.
She is useful in the early game. I will say we did use her quite a bit. She did a job every chapter for several chapters. So I will give you that.
You give her EXP. At least she can like kill dragons. I don't know what Soren does in the end game. So. We're talking about training.
I'm thinking about purely her versus Sanaki.
Oh, she's better than Sanaki. There's no way.
She probably
Sanaki is horrible. Like oh my god. But
Sanaki...
we'll talk about her. But I think Ileana's at the bottom of C tier. I think she's useful in part 1. I think you can use her. She's not great, but she's okay.
Dude, you're getting so biased by the waifu, dude.
I don't think so. I think she's okay.
No, actually, I think you're right. Hold on, let me think. Sanaki, what does Sanaki do? She is late game chip damage sometimes.
Not in the tower. Maybe in part 4.
Yeah, in part 4. Like you have to build the army around her.
She's okay in part 4 in that desert chapter because mages don't get bogged down by desert movement. But even then, man, she has. Let's see, what is her speed?
It felt difficult to ever use her.
She has 23 speed. She's not doubling anything. Magic is bad. Like even the generals have high resistance in this game. You have to keep
it's like, oh, I'm a general. I have 30 def.
You constantly have to play keep away from wyverns and bow users.
Yeah.
She just dies to everything. Oh, she's just so bad, and she can't use staves. Like she has no utility. She's just there. She's taking up slots.
Yeah, she's too hard to use.
I think she's not E tier. She's D.
I agree.
She's better than Sephirin for sure. She's better. We might need an F tier, honestly. Looking at
it comes with the staff though.
That's true, but it's not even that good. It's worse than Fortify because it only heals adjacent units.
What heals everyone?
Oh, it does. I thought it was only adjacent units.
Its range is total. That's its range.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah. It's literally fortify with status effect, so it's
But only
it's
3
almost
uses.
the
Fortify
same.
has 5.
Yeah, it's actually worse than fortify, but don't tell him that.
Okay. Oh, this guy's also garbage. I forgot.
I
Yeah.
don't even know who that is.
Okay, so yeah, I think she's clearly better. I think she's better than Sephiroth. She has more availability. There's more opportunities to use
She
it.
has the legendary. She could use all the legendary magic, so like she could do some. Like she could do like.
Which isn't saying much, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. But she can do specific chip if she needs to, which is not much.
Yeah.
She can't take a counterattack; she'll die.
And not having I don't know why they didn't give her staff.
Yeah,
It
give her
doesn't make
staff
any
so we can
sense.
bring her. Like, we're
Yeah.
gonna make an excuse to bring her. Like, but no.
Especially because
Yeah,
staves aren't even that good in this game because vulneraries are like 20 uses or whatever.
Yeah, Vulner's 8 uses with 20 health. They're so good.
Yeah, we'll get to those when we talk about staff users, I guess. So I'm okay with this.
Dude, you're gonna lose your wrist viewership.
Oh, crap, you're right. Alright, so I made this F tier, so who's actually going to F tier out of these crappy units?
Okay, so like Rolf, is there any reason to use him?
He's
Like,
good
at
with
all?
Ballista in the prologue of part 3.
Oh, he helps the Lagoos get through.
And if you actually get him to, if you're crazy enough to get him to marksman, he's probably fine in the tower. I'm guessing.
Why? That's not worth anyone's time.
But I'm saying because so F tier is like they're horrible. You put an effort into them, and they're still really bad.
So
That's
Liar.
That's F tier. Yes. So liar probably.
Leth as well.
Although Left doesn't
Leth has
get
some,
no.
She
Yeah.
has some early game chapters.
Left
that
is
she can
definitely
get credit
not.
For.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Left might even be higher than some of these other idiots.
It could be.
Because there's some chapters in part 2 where
Early
it's
game
like, wow, she's
early
pretty
game is
good.
inherently worth more than late game.
Yeah.
So
Astrid is also like.
Astrid is like
This is horrible.
there's no reason to put her anywhere.
So yeah, Liar. So let's see. Liar has. So how to talk about Liar? Liar is like.
She's okay. So she's more specialized left.
She has
but
14
with worse
strength.
availability.
She has 14 strength as a cat. Like when she's transformed. So you have to put in the work to transform her. She has cat gauge, which is garbage, because after like 3 combats she untransforms.
Yeah.
And becomes like a helpless 7 defense. She becomes a heron that can't dance basically when she's untransformed. She only has 14 strength, which is like tier 1 level strength. Like to put into perspective, 14 strength is worse.
2 more than Nolan base or something.
Yeah, 2 more than Nolan base, and she shows up in part 3. So
Yeah.
and her speed is only 22 in cat forms.
She's not even fast.
No, she's slower than well, I mean she's pretty fast. She's like as fast as Titania, but has a 13 less strength, so for being only being as fast as Titania.
Yeah, Titania's not the speed demon around here.
And she's got 14 defense, which is like Soth base or Soth at base or whatever. So horrible unit, insultingly bad. Growths are bad. She has like a 30% strength growth, so she's perma 14 strength. So she's gonna start like 0 hitting units like midway through part 3.
Very quickly. They will. The problem is that this game is very heavy with its like using armor units as walls. So it gets to a point where like she's like, and the thing is like cat gauge. You have to use like 3 combats to kill a unit, and you can't even kill them because your strength is too low, and then you're useless. She's so bad on so many levels. It's just gross.
Yeah.
So.
Kurth Naga is another easy one to talk about. His blood type is garbage. 5 defense, 5 res is like insultingly bad. He's a garbage combat unit. He hogs a Royal Lagoos, the Royal Lagoos skill for no reason from Vigencia.
Yeah.
He's just garbage. Don't use him. He just gets killed for free by the spirits, the teleporting spirits in like the last 2 chapters of Endgame.
But wait, that's kind of good because on turn 2 he can tank a hit for one of your good units. Though.
Yeah. Okay. I guess you're right. Also, to add insult to injury, he only has he's only available for Endgame for whatever ungodly reason. So you can't
He's
even
got to
use
take
him in
over for
part 4.
Dickensia. He's got to wait for Dickensia to die. So
I think
He's just bad.
he's insultingly bad. He's probably not as bad as Liar, but he's still F tier for me. Meg is another just Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess they gave you Kurth because they already gave you the two lions and those are your boys.
I think they just
you don't need a
I
heavy
think they
hitter
overestimated.
dragon.
I think with Kurth they just overestimated the defense blood tide. I think.
Maybe.
Yeah,
they
I think
thought,
they just.
Oh, he makes his team so tanky that it doesn't matter. That's true. It could be. Because the dragons having the tide abilities are actually very strong. So.
Yeah, I think they just overestimated.
True.
I think when they designed. Well, first of all, they probably weren't thinking that much because they were like, this unit's only going to show up for the last 4 chapters, and the balance is already destroyed because we're giving them all the royals. So who cares?
Yeah.
So, I think they seriously overestimated how good the Night Blood Tide was especially in comparison to the Red Blood Tide. But
yeah,
I think in a vacuum they just way overestimated how good it would be.
Well,
and
I mean,
his combat is atrocious. I mean, he is at a wall in the Dragon chapter. He can wall dragons because they don't attack him, but. You can use him to cheese Dickensia, but you have to spend 50 turns leveling him up first.
So the thing is in Fire Emblem, the easiest way to make a unit broken is to give him +5 defense.
Yeah.
So I can see why they would overvalue Kurthnaga because
but in the end game everyone has 50
good,
strength and 60 attacks, so
exactly. The problem with this game is the stats are so overblown that
5
it's hard
defense
to
is just insultingly
it
bad.
doesn't matter. So but having +10 attack is really good because of Gifka doubling.
Welcome back, Reese. Volug is S tier because he's a 9-move unit that is a combat god. Scales well, does well with the resources he gives you.
He's a Jagan who scales well if you
put in the work with him.
Yeah,
and he's a reverse Jagan because he the last thing he wants to do is kill units. He just wants to see combat to rank up his strike. So that's another good thing about Volug. He's the perfect chipper because he actually scales with chipping. Usually Jagans just lose weapon use and that's it when they. Although Marcus in FE6 is also kind of like that because you can chip with axes with him and then you get C. To get to C rank in axes, exactly. So you can use the halberd in chapter 7, the crazy, the insane chapter where there's wyverns and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I would say. He feels the same role as FE6 Marcus. He has the move. He can cover what you need to cover, and you want him to see enough combat. He's fine taking combat.
He's an FE6 market that scales, which is pretty good.
Yeah. He scales if you treat him right. You have to change how you use him, but. He's still really good the whole time,
mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, but I know Reese hates Marcus, so I'm not surprised that he thinks we overrated Volug. Peleus E rank. I know he's the only dark mage user, but it doesn't matter. He that type of stuff, being the only one of something or fulfilling a role doesn't matter.
The problem with that is magic sucks in this game, all of it. So
why would you try to spread out the roles and have a well balanced team in quotation marks when you can just play a bunch of
7-year-old and I have fun. All right.
It's not it's a Fire Emblem game, not a D&D party. But I don't mean that condescendingly. I do understand wanting to have,
I want to try every unit and see why they are the way they are. That matters to me.
Yeah. But it's just All right, so back to the garbage. Meg is
She died so fast and I don't even remember.
Meg is Wendy. Think Wendy.
She's Wendy. She's Wendy.
So,
okay, she's garbage.
She's probably better than these 2 units. It's probably like this.
She's better than Leth. I don't know if she's better than Kurth.
Vika's who? No one remembers who she is.
Okay, so the problem with Vika is she's actually good when Tormund was good, but he was better than her.
And she wasn't even killing.
She was good. She was she didn't.
She wasn't
kill,
even that good in part 1. Yeah, she was okay. She's still E tier, I think. But
she was a Myrmidon in the early game.
Yeah,
and that's it. That's all she had going for her. So.
And then there's Then there's the Astrid.
The ass. Emphasis on the ass. It's good.
I mean,
Yeah, she's there.
she's bad.
Like,
she's really bad.
She's just bad. She doesn't provide anything. She's not worth training. She has no enemy phase. She has a fucking. I guess she has support, but
she can rescue drop. That's pretty good, I guess.
yeah, so can everyone in that unit, that army.
True, but she's the best at it because she's so useless. You wouldn't want her to do anything else.
Her turn is you don't want to use her turn for anything else, so that's true.
I don't. Is she as insultingly bad as these three though? I'm not sure.
I mean, I would use Kurth before I would use her.
I guess you're right. I hate Kurth. I feel like Kurth is so bad. He's not fun to use.
Dude,
He's disappointing.
We replaced Mordecai with him. He became our half-shipped Smite boy.
His movement is bad. Dragons have terrible movement. That's another thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's not
so
good.
Bad.
He's never gonna be good.
Redding, you probably don't remember Redding.
I don't even remember him. Yeah.
Here's his basis. He's a gold knight that joins for endgame with middling stats.
Yeah.
29.
Okay.
29's pretty bad. He's not going to be doubling anything. He might even get doubled by certain things, but
yeah, he's like just mediocre, and he shows up late.
He's bad.
Whatever.
Yeah, he's bad.
It's like,
he's
you're
definitely
here. Like he's the Stefan of Titania.
Stefan has like decent stats though. Stefan is like 37 speed.
He's the worst Stefan then. Yeah.
And Stefan comes with the fake caddy, so I think Stefan is way better.
That's true.
Renning is just kind of bad. He's just. And Kiza, there are ways to make Kiza work. I've heard. Kurth can be trained to be great.
Kiza's probably fine, but he shows up when you have the most resources available.
Kurth's combat is never going to be that good. Kurth, he has 20 speed. What is his growth? His growth can't be that good. No, he's just there. I disagree. I don't think. No, there's no way. He's not. Kurth is not becoming good. It's just not. It's not happening. I think he has one. Does he have 2 range? I don't even remember. I think he might have 2 range, but not that it matters that much. He's not a good unit. I'm sorry. It's frustrating because he's a black dragon. You think he's cool, but then he tricks you, and he's horrible. I hate.
How many games do you get to use the black dragon?
I know.
Like, son of the prince of the enemy.
I
dragon,
know.
Like,
I know, dude.
But he's just so disappointing.
And it's so it's so I hate how frustrating.
I hate
how frustrating and he's just there's no I don't think you can feasibly train him to be a good unit, especially because his res. Let's look at his res. His res is 15. Okay, his res is pretty good. I'll give you that. His res is pretty good, but I don't know. Still, to me, he's still really bad. I don't like him. And he's an endgame unit, so that makes it even worse because you can't even you have to spend 50 turns training him in the dragon chapter if you want him to be not do 0 damage. I'm not even gonna say if you want him to be okay. It's if you want him to not do 0 damage, you have to spend 50 turns in 2 hours in the dragon chapter. No one wants to do that. So these units are definitely better. Although there is an argument for Renning in F tier, but I think he's bottom of E. Kiza, I don't even know what to say about Kiza. I don't really know much about him other than why would you ever use this unit?
The problem, honestly, so Kiza's bad, but it's not even his fault. It's just that you already have Mordecai. You already have
he has
Morim.
20 strength and 22 speed when he's transformed, and if we compare that to Mordecai,
he's slightly weaker but slightly faster. That's his thing.
Mordecai has 28 strength and 18 speed.
Yeah. He's Mordecai if you want a weaker but faster version.
And Morim puts both of them to shame. He has 26. No. What am I saying? He has a whopping 36 strength. 36 strength and 22 speed transformed. So he's better. Puts both to shame.
But is Morim available?
No, that's the problem with him. But
okay, yeah.
I mean, do you like that Kiza's available?
No. My point is he's available, but he's available at the wrong time. It's like, dude, if I was, on the rebound,
Ye-
maybe I'd look at you, but I've got so many hot
Maybe if
tigers
Kiza,
coming around.
maybe if Kiza was in part 1, he'd be like,
Oh, he'd be
I don't,
great, probably.
I don't know about great. He'd be okay.
He'd be there, probably.
He's still like, he's just not a good unit. It's just
Yeah, he's whatever. No one cares.
uh,
That's the thing. No one cares about Kiza. Like, I don't even care where he's ranked. Put him where you want. He's not.
yeah,
be
it
good.
doesn't matter. Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
This is like the kind of like these units don't matter. And this is like insultingly bad, and this is like these units don't matter. So is D in a way. Maybe I can actually merge these. Maybe I don't need E tier, but yeah. So,
Yeah, it's whatever. I mean,
Bastion is another. I don't know anything about Bastions. He uses knives instead of staves, which is really bad. Wind magic is really bad. Magic is just really bad. He's not available at all because of some stupid plot reason. He's garbage. Bastion's garbage. He's like rating tier, honestly. Maybe a little better because he has more.
they're the same unit. They're the same unit.
Yeah. Peleus is interesting. I don't think Peleus is like atrocious. He's probably, I would maybe even rate him like D tier. Wait, Bastion uses staffs? Am I wrong? Oh, I'm thinking Path of Radiance. Bastion has 35 max.
Well, that's something then. He's a staff bot then.
That's 24 speed. I guess he's better. I guess he is better than Sanaki then. Let's see. Yeah,
if
I guess he's
Bastion can
better
use
than
staffs,
Sanaki.
He's better than Sanaki, just straight up.
Okay. Yeah, I guess my bad.
Exactly,
Yeah, my bad.
yeah. A lot of these late game units are like, oh, if you didn't bother to train Mia or Soren or X, then you get this guy. So, okay, if he has staffs, then he's automatically better than.
I think he has knives and Path of Radiance, I guess.
Can you really say Ilya's better than him though?
Yes. She does more. She's there in part 1.
I mean, that's true.
She's there in part 1. And then she's there in part 1. I still think Bastion is like, it's not that good even in
You never pick him up unless you decide in late game like, oh, I never trained anyone with this. Can I have it? Oh, there he is.
Especially because Sanaki's a forced deployment. Although I guess maybe Bastion is better than. Can Bastion use Fortify? What's his staff rank?
I would guess it has to be B plus.
Bastion, Radiant Dawn.
It's at least B.
It might be. Let's see. He has B rank staffs. Okay. And he has SS and wins. Is there a legendary wins tome?
No one cares.
I guess that is true.
No one cares. It doesn't matter.
His skills pretty bad. He's not doubling anything. He gets doubled.
He
I
can use
This
staffs.
unit's
I don't
not-
care about his combat at all. Like if he can use staffs, he's better than Sanaki.
But Sanaki's forced, but she's bad. I think Sanaki's horrible.
Yeah.
But I don't even think Leth deserves to be in D tier, honestly. I think
I mean,
I almost want to merge these together.
It doesn't matter. You can do it if you want. D and F. Fuck E tier.
Yeah, E tiers. Yeah, I'll just do that.
Yeah, so Leth is kind of weird because she's got a few chapters where she is very useful, but that's all she has. Like 2 chapters. I don't know. She's a weird unit.
She's good in the Fog chapter. She's decent in Endgame. Cat Gauge is so bad though. She's probably like top of D tier.
She's right there. She's cutting the border between yeah.
What about Peleus? What do you think about Peleus?
He's just
He's just kind of there.
The
I guess.
problem with Peleus is the best thing you can do for him is just ignore him and pretend he's not there.
I guess. Yeah, and he can't use stabs.
He's your solo dark mage. You can train him, and he's not terrible. But
no, he can use stabs. When he gets to Arch Sage, he gets.
But that's the thing. It's also you could just ignore him, and your life is way easier.
Yeah, but I mean, Black Magic is cool.
It is cool, and he gets a 17 use tome. It's neat, neato, mosquito. But he's hard to evaluate because like he is a decent, like he's decent, but it's honestly better to just pretend he isn't there and ignore him.
You're right. Yeah,
So
it's sad, but it's true.
yeah, it's just like I don't know.
All right. I guess. Do you want to do? We can do a couple more endgame joining units like Volk.
Yeah.
Volk's pretty solid. I think you can take Volk to endgame and be to the tower and be happy with him. He has
Yeah, I
good
mean,
stats.
you can bring him along. It doesn't hurt you.
But it's just what hurts him is that you're forced to take. Well, that's not really what hurts him. It's just there's too many. There's not enough slots. But
Yeah.
so, but I mean, he's good. I think he shows up in one chapter for Mark 4, and he's really good in that chapter. So I'm okay putting him in like C tier, maybe like here or something.
Yeah, I'd put him Black Knight-esque. Like he's
You know,
whatever. He's there. He can do stuff.
Stefan's pretty good. I think he's better than Toronio. I mean, if you don't have a sword master, you can take him to the tower.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Yeah, he's a plug and play Mia. You can bring him to the tower if you want to, but we were invested in Mia, so fuck. Like I don't care about him. But honestly, that's so stupid. Like he's just fine. He's fine. He gives you the thing.
Oh, I forgot about Fiona. Fiona's
Garbage. She's just.
she can rescue, but there's a lot of swamp maps in the chapter she's in, so she's not even.
She
good
can
at
rescue. She has Savior, but you can also give Savior.
Savior's
away
point. Yeah, Savior doesn't
Yeah.
do anything for her because even if she's not.
She's not gonna see combat.
even if she's
got Savior, you don't want her to see combat. Like,
even
fuck
if she's
her.
not burdened, even if she's not burdened by the rescue person, she'd still probably die. She'd find a way to die somehow. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's bad. She's
annoying.
better than these other units though, I think, because she has a mount, but I guess Astrid does too. But actually, she has more availability than Astrid. I'm sticking to my guns on that.
Yeah.
Nazir is like, I don't know how to rate the dragons. It's so weird. Nazir's kind of useful because he can hit res on.
Nazir and Ina, you can use them, but they're also annoying to use.
Blood
but
Tide
you
is
can use
cool.
them.
I like Blood Tide. I'll put these guys in C tier.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think they're better than Nazir.
Yeah, you're right.
To me, it's like, how hard is it to use this character meaningfully?
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
You want to do the Makalov?
Yeah, we can let's hit Joffrey's group.
Joffrey. Kieran. Is Lucia? I can't remember if Lucia.
She's like in 2 chapters, like whatever. Go ahead and bring her in.
Where's Devin? There he is.
He's right there. Yeah.
So Marsha's pretty good.
She is good. We just killed her off, which isn't lucky.
Probably C or C tier. It's just she doesn't. Her availability is really bad because she joins the Royal Knights instead of staying with the Alencia and the Royal Mercenaries.
Yeah, that's a problem.
She's okay in the prologue, I guess.
She's fine. She's like she's your Neff of that arc.
She probably does pretty well when you put her with the She probably does pretty well if she survives like the Royal Knight. She's probably pretty good in that village chapter.
Exactly.
But
yeah,
I mean,
she does well
then she just disappears until like late into part 3, and it's just probably not worth it to train her. Probably she's not that good, especially compared to her Path of Radiance self.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, she's weird.
I think Makalov is pretty bad. His combat's
just
bad.
He's mediocre. Like, you can't use him for anything. You can't trust him to do anything. It's very hard to use him to do anything useful. So mostly he's just standing in the back, just waiting, and it's just not worth it.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
Yeah.
He can't use staves. He can. Yeah, he can't use staves for putting him. Yeah, like that is good. Kieran. He's not very good, but he's okay. Another character
He-
that suffers from availability.
He's constantly disappointing, but
Gamble's bad. His personal skill's really bad.
yeah, you just try with him, but
He
you
has-
use him a lot, but he's not. He never makes you feel good about using him. But
has-
you
yeah.
use him a lot.
He has trouble
so-
hitting. He has trouble doubling, but he's worse
Yeah.
than Jeffrey, I think.
He's worse than Jeff, but what? The
That's
thing is,
not
like,
saying much.
where do you compare him to the Lions?
It's probably.
That's the real question.
It's. I don't know. Like, it's so weird. It's
They're two different. They're two different things. It's two different things, but you have to do an apples to oranges comparison here because
He's in. I think he's in C tier. He's not that. He doesn't use resources that well. He doesn't do many meaningful things. He's in so few chapters. It's just
like I'm not giving this guy speed wings. No way.
No, it's just he doesn't do enough. He just doesn't do nearly enough.
Yeah, he's weird.
Yeah, he's very weird.
I almost want to say he's slightly worse than the Lions, and like that's where he is. It's weird though, because like he's probably more important than the Lions in terms of like chapters, but
yeah, I think he is. Might even be worse than Taronio, honestly. I feel like Taronio is better than.
He could be, because like you could if you just play well with Jeff, you don't need Kieran.
Yeah.
But it's so weird. He's weird. He's a weird unit to place.
Yeah.
But
and Donved is. I think I'm sorry.
Same as Makalov, basically.
Yeah. Probably a little bit. Probably not that much.
Better because he has a higher upside.
Yeah. I mean, his upside's Then Lucia. She's good in that Fog chapter.
Yeah, she's the same as
she has like no availability. Yeah.
Same as Ileana.
I would say. Probably maybe a little bit worse, better. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I guess she's a little bit better.
Ileana's more of a unit, but Lucia's more useful.
Khalil, the meteor girl.
She's. I'd probably put her next to Donved. They do kind of the same.
She's probably a little better. The meteor utility's okay.
Her utility's better than Donved, but she does like the same role.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Not much to say. I don't know. I don't really know what to say about her. She has meteor. That's
she's
all I know
she's
about
a
her.
sage with a bunch of knights. Like that's her thing. She does. She fills a gap that they don't have, and that's kind of it.
She has 19 magic, which is like not that good. It's just I don't know. I don't know what to say about her.
Yeah.
I think that's it for the royal. Where do we want to go from here? Just keep. Guess just keep. I want to do. What about Heather? Heather's interesting.
Heather is.
She actually is like worth. She actually steals some important items in part 2.
Yeah, no, she has. Her utility is actually quite useful.
I think she's your only thief up until Soth joins back. Like she's the only Grail Mercenaries thief, I think.
Yeah, she is. So it's.
I mean, see, thieves aren't that useful because you can just use keys, but I think there's a couple good steal items maybe.
There are.
I guess I can put her in. I don't know about B tier. Feels so weird that the Lions are in C tier. I don't.
Yeah, I don't like it, but
even Taronio feels kind of wrong that he's in C tier. Even now, Micaiah being in C tier feels kind of wrong.
It's just that's what I'm saying with this game. It's like hard to tier them.
I might what I might do is I might bring the D tier back, and then do D, and then E, and then what I might do is like do this. Do something like this probably.
That's fine. Yeah, I don't mind that. I'd say Marsh is better than Iran, probably. If you put time into her.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right. Yeah, I like this a lot better, I think.
It gives you more gradation to work with.
Although now I feel like these characters should be like higher. They should be like here. Maybe even in C tier.
I don't know. I feel like Ileana's quite.
Alright, top of D tier is probably pretty good.
Yeah, a different beast. That's a lion for me.
I don't know how to rate Lucia either. It's so weird. Like,
No,
she's such a weird unit.
She's like a.
She's
more
like the best. She's like the
she's a
best.
more-
Yeah.
She's a more polished version of Leth. Like
She's like the best unit in the Fog chapter, and then that's pretty
Yes.
much her utility. It's like being
she
the
has
best
the
unit.
Fog chapter, and then like she's like decent in one other chapter, and that's all she's there for, and that's
Yeah.
nothing else.
And then-
so it's like, what do you? How do you rate that?
What are her stats, Lucia? Does she join as a tier 2? Lucia, 18 strength, 27. What is that like compared to Z Hark? Okay, no. Okay, yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, she's in D tier.
Yeah, she's just.
Yeah, I think having what's Regina? What's this girl's name? Heather in C tier is pretty good. She's like a tool, like kind of like the Lions in a way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so Braum. I think Braum is like pretty underrated. Braum is really good in part 2, and then in part 3 we actually used him to wall in a couple. Like he's okay in like early part 3. He can still hold his ground. He uses axes, which are a really good weapon. He doesn't die. I think Braum is like really useful. He's almost like a Jagan for like part 2.
He's Oswin. He's very useful until he falls
Yeah.
off. Like
I was really surprised with Braum. I thought he was. He actually has a chapter where he's the best unit. I think he's the best unit in the Farmland chapter, like the prologue of part 2.
yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah, no, he's very useful. For his certain chapters. I mean, yeah, I can't really argue. Like,
he's pretty good. He's like okay.
yeah,
okay.
I think putting him right behind Jeff is good because like he does the same role, and Jeff is just more important on more chapters, and like that's it. But
Yeah.
other than that, they do the same role. So yeah, I agree.
Neolucci's another weird one. He might be the best unit in part in prologue of part 2, and then doesn't really do anything.
He does the same thing Lucia does.
It's probably better than Lucia.
Better than her, yeah.
Yeah.
More chapters.
I agree with that. He's a badass old man, old crow. I'll take it.
Yeah, for like 3 chapters, and then his job is done.
Oh, forgot about the Tor God.
Oh God.
Torgod is actually like pretty strong, but it's like he shows up in 2 chapters in part 1, and then doesn't show up until part 4.
He's just so weird. God.
Where's Marm? Marm's the. It's like they're invincible for like 2 chapters in part 1, and then they show up at Endgame.
Weak ass units.
And then they show up as Endgame. They show up at Endgame.
Hey, what have you guys been doing this whole time? You been training? No. Well. Okay.
I have no idea how to rate them. I guess they're D tier. Marm is so useful. I feel like Marm was so useful in part 1, and like the swamp chapter, and then the dungeon chapter, and then even in the epilogue or whatever.
He can do a lot. He can fill
Endgame.
lots of roles. Like he was there.
I think he's C tier. I think he's like up there with like some of these tool characters. Like he has. If I'm putting the Black Knight in this tier, I'm putting.
That's true. He's yeah.
Torgod.
Near Black Knight, yeah. Torgod is almost like a Lucia Neolucci kind of character.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I like this. I think there might be a chapter where Torgod's there, but not, or Marm's there, but not Torgod. I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember. Vika and.
It's so hard in a way to like rate characters in this game. It's
this game is so weird. You can't compare them next to each other. It's just so awkward.
See, no, they have the same availability. Yeah, they might both be D tier.
Just the availability is too low to really tell.
Yeah, I think they're definitely at the top of D tier though. They're better than these units, I think.
That's fair.
I feel like Ileana's almost more useful than some of these units, but
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but you should say so. She could be. She does stuff.
Alencia. Alencia's an interesting unit.
She's cool. She has a MIDI, and then she's like a very good like.
She's a flyer.
Flying staff unit.
Uses.
Yeah, like she's got stuff going on.
I f-
She's
I feel like we didn't use her that much. You can
we
probably
didn't
use her,
use her. We didn't use her as much as we could have.
but
But she
also her
actually is decent.
availability is trash. So I mean, there's that.
Yeah.
Alencia has. She only shows up in the prologue and final of part 2, and then in part 3, she doesn't show up in part 3 at all.
Hmm.
And then I guess she's there for all of part 4. I think she's with the Hawk Army. So yeah, she has like barely any availability. I don't know. I don't think she's that good in the tower. I think you're better off with like a
Yeah.
high magic unit that can like yeah. I think you're better off with a high magic unit.
Yeah.
So I think she's probably
Um,
in C tier somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in
I think
C.
she's better than these units. Probably top of C tier or something.
That's probably that's yeah, kind of where I would put her. Like she's got her spots. She's good, but she's not there a lot of the time is the issue.
Yeah, agreed. All right, Ollie's D tier.
Yeah.
I think he's top of D tier. He's pretty good, but I think he's a high magic unit. He heals. Maybe he's worse than these units actually. Maybe he's here.
I mean, he just shows
He's
up and
he's
he
here,
replaces
yeah.
Driss basically.
Yeah, he's here.
Sad, but yeah. What you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Not much to talk. He's okay with the Rex Aura, or with some of the Elite Tomes, I guess. He can
Yeah,
chip,
he
can
can
chip
do
low
some
res
stuff.
spirits and stuff and
Yeah.
dragons. He's okay. He's really good with a fortify staff, which is
That's
basically
true. He does that all day.
Yeah, that's
So-
basically all you need him there for. All right, so who else?
Sorry, Wrist. It just that's just how it works.
Well, yeah. Wow, he should never replace you. Well, get better, and maybe he won't have to.
Dude, I tried to promote you to marksman, but it just didn't happen. I couldn't get it.
Morm's pretty good. He has a good utility. He can tank. Part 2. Good availability.
Yeah.
He can tank. Good utility. I like Morm. He's pretty good.
Mordecai.
Did I say Morm? I meant Mordecai. Mordecai's pretty good. I think he's the best non-royal beast Lagoose.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. He's
no.
solid combat, and then you can use him as just a utility bot.
barring Volug, of course.
Well, yeah, Volug, yeah.
Yeah, he might even be B tier. I think he has like a lot of. We used him a lot. He has a lot of utility, but I think
He's
B
not
tier.
bad. He's not bad.
Yeah, B tier is maybe stretching it, but I think he's really good.
Yeah, he's very solid.
I mean, a unit like Heather also has like tons of utility, so it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's
mhm.
kind of what you value at that point, but
Yeah, that's kind of a hard one. I have to. Yeah, that one I'm not too sure. What about the Dawn? We have a couple Dawn Brigade. I guess we can save the Dawn Brigade for last. What about Sigrid? What about the Pegs, Sigrid and Tanith?
they have their use, but when by the time you get them, you don't really need them anymore. It's weird.
Yeah, I have heard good things about Tanith, but I don't know. I mean, we used both of these girls a couple, especially Sigrid. I remember using her a bit in part 4 and some of those chapters. So like take drop, like chip a little bit. They're okay. Availability is like okay. They show up in part 3.
They're okay. Show up at okay times, but you never feel the need to use them, which that doesn't really count against them per se, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just kind of a weird time that they show up. Like the need really isn't there, and it's like you don't really want to train them, and like you can train Tanith, and like yeah, that's fine, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's probably like this. They're like low C tier, I think. I think
Yeah,
they're better.
something like that.
They're better than like these weird units who like aren't there like the entire game. Basically, I think. That's at least I would think so.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like I think that because of their potential, they should be there, but you're probably not going to use them much ever.
Probably not. What about the two Lagoos boys? Ronolf has like insane availability, but he's just I feel like he's always just the worst Mordecai. Like
Well, the problem is he's a cat the whole time.
yeah.
That's his issue.
I mean, his combat would be okay, but Cat Gauge. I think Ronolf is like the character the most hurt
He's
by
good.
Cat Gauge.
He's
Yeah.
good, but he's got a cat gauge. Yeah, that's his whole thing. It's just
Probably here. I mean, his availability is really good, but he can't do anything with the availability. He's not a good take dropper.
exactly. He doesn't take advantage of it. It doesn't help him.
I think we used him to fight a couple times. He took out a couple reinforcements. I remember him fighting like wyverns a lot because there'd be like random wyvern There's like in part 3 as the girl mercenaries. There's a lot of like random wyvern reinforcements on the sides of the map.
Yeah.
They kind of try to flank you, and I remember he'd be there with full cat gauge waiting for them. And, he did something, I guess, but yeah, not a great unit. I feel like Mordecai is almost more useful than
Remember when he walked into the enemy team at 1 health in human form and just stood there?
when he was an
Chad?
ally and it was like a
Yeah.
lost condition? Yeah. Yeah, but he
1
earned my
health,
respect
human
from
form,
that.
he just walks up like, what you gonna do, huh?
I almost want to put Mordecai in B tier. I feel like he was so useful for us. Like, we did so many smite turns with him. He tanked in part 2.
We made him. We probably made him more useful than he should have been, but I enjoyed it and I didn't feel bad doing
B
it.
tier
you
needs
know?
some love. I'm putting him in B tier.
Do it. I ain't gonna complain. Let the
He's
the
a
commentators
cool
come
blue
after us.
cat. Yeah.
Yeah, big blue tiger man.
He can
let's
shove
go.
everyone. He can literally smite everyone. He has like so much strength. He's good. I like him.
I love the things you do.
Yep.
Mordecai.
Skirmir kind of pulled his weight in part 4. I remember him doing
He's-
some stuff.
I mean, he is what he is. He's baby kid.
Lion Gauge is really good. He's like baby.
Yeah.
I almost could compare him more to Gifka because he has a gauge. He's like baby Gifka.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Same thing.
Well, yeah, except Gifka doesn't have form shift, which is huge. But yeah, I don't know. Skirmir is like a weird unit. He's okay. His combat's okay. I mean, I guess he's probably better than Ronolf. No, maybe not.
It's close.
Maybe he
I
just goes with the Lacuse Royals and is just maybe a little bit higher than them, but not
I
much.
don't even know. Because a lot of chapters you just don't get to control him, and he's
Yeah.
like,
I can see him being worse than Tyronio, I guess.
he kind of does the same job as the other lions. Like he's kind of a battering ram.
Yeah. What about here? Mid C tier?
Yeah, that's probably fine. Because like, even though he's there more, like the other lions, you have more control over, so they end up being more useful overall.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Well, we have some Grail mercenaries to rate. What about Mist? Probably C tier.
yeah, put her. She's next to Micaiah, probably. I mean,
Oh yeah,
let-
yeah, I like that. Below Micaiah. Yeah.
below Micaiah.
Actually, Mist is not that good.
She's a little bit worse.
Staffs so the problem with staffs in this game is just
Dude, but Floret though.
yeah, vulneraries are really good. Physics are kind of rare and expensive.
Yeah, you gotta kind of hoard your physics.
I mean, they're okay. Staffs are okay, but they're not as like important as a game like FE6. They're okay though. I mean, Mist is just a staff bot. Like, she can't do anything else.
She's a staff bot. She's there so the Grub Mercenaries don't have to waste a turn using
she's
Vulnerary.
not good.
Yeah.
She's very underwhelming. Yeah, she's like almost D tier.
Yeah, she's probably I would put her right there. She's the gatekeeper between D and C.
Riss is pretty good. I think he's better than.
Riss is better than Mist. He's probably better than Micaiah.
Yes, I would agree.
He
I think we used him to like kill some
We used him a
wyverns
lot.
sometimes.
he had like a niche of a combat niche that we didn't ever find with other mages really.
He might
It's
be
like-
B. He's pretty good. I remember him not having physics for a long time and it being like kind of limiting his use.
Yeah. But like
He dies to everything. That's the other big problem with Riss. He dies to everything.
He had good magic. Like he had enough magic and speed that we could.
No,
use him
he doesn't have speed. That's the problem, I think.
Oh, but. Well, I just remember we would use him on player phase.
He has 14 speed. He's the lowest out of all. He has less speed than Mist.
Okay, never mind then.
He has he's slower than untransformed Ronolf.
Oh, okay. Rip.
No, yeah, he gets doubled by everything. He has 14 speed and like a 20% speed
Okay,
growth.
I just remember using him a lot on like player phase to
Yeah.
chip and stuff.
Yeah, that's the
But I
big.
guess
Yeah, that's the big problem with Riss actually is that he has like 7 defense and he gets doubled by everything. So he gets one shot by everything.
he's
And it
on
makes
player
him,
phase only use it.
it makes him really annoying
Yeah.
to use. It makes
Yeah.
him really annoying to use. But he's usable.
Usable, and he has decent magic, which is good because like for the rescue staff and other staffs use your magic
Yeah.
as range. It matters.
Micaiah is the only mage with effective armor against cavalry. Yeah, Thani's pretty good. We might be
Thani
underrating
is
Thani.
a good spell.
We might be
yeah.
underrating Thani a little bit. I'm not sure. Might be more. This might be more how it is.
Yeah, it could be.
Probably something like this. Feather might be in B tier, honestly, but I don't know. The chests aren't
It's hard
that
to
good.
say. Yeah, it's like it's a few chests.
Or,
and you don't need her.
and actually the chest. It's not even the chest because you can chest
Oh,
keys.
yeah,
It's actually the
the steals.
yeah.
But there was like one Speedwing and one Draco Shield we missed.
Yeah,
that
I
was kind of big. That was big.
Yeah,
But
yeah, maybe the Speedwing is like it's probably not worth B tier. It's probably like this is probably how it is. All right, and then I guess we could do the rest of the Grail Mercs. We have Soren. We have these guys.
yeah. Okay.
Soren.
So
Soren's pretty bad.
he's bad. He just doesn't do anything, and he's there, and he just.
I think Mecha tried to train him in his playthrough, and it was not that good.
He's just not worth it. He's not worth your time.
No,
He's the
bad,
issue.
Yeah.
Oscar is fine. Like
Oscar's
with,
B
like
tier, I think.
yeah.
I think all these guys are all B tier. They're all serviceable. They might even be better than.
I would put
Shannon in some
Gatry.
ways.
No, I would put Gatry at the top of this group.
Gatry's pretty good. If that's the case, I would put Boyd there, especially because Boyd, if you give him transfer bonuses, you take him to endgame.
Well, transfer bonuses Boyd is amazing, but like that's a different beast. I would say Boyd is close to Kieran.
No, I think Boyd is B tier. Kieran's in C. I think Boyd is better.
Way down there.
Yeah, I think Boyd is better than Kieran. He has way more Like Kieran, the problem with Kieran, he doesn't show up.
Yeah, the availability. Yeah, you're right. They do the same thing, but Boyd has way more availability. Yeah. Okay.
And then Reaver is better than Gold Knight. Is the other thing.
Yeah.
I think Boyd is like solidly B tier. I think he's better than Gatry in some ways.
Yeah, but can we put him in front of Nisala and Nyla?
You get to use him a lot more. Like you see him a lot more. He has like, let's see. Boyd is literally there for every chapter. So let's see. It's 11 chapters. Boyd is there for 11 chapters compared to Nyla's
4.
0. Nyla has 2. 11 chapters versus 2 chapters. 11 chapters for Nyla versus 2 chapters for Boyd. Or for 11 chapters for Boyd versus 2 for Nyla pre-part 4. And then Nesala, it's even worse.
Yeah.
And then Kieran is there for 2 chapters in part 2. And then in part 3, he's there for 3 chapters. So 5 versus 11. And Kieran, 5 versus 11 chapters. So you're getting a lot less use out of him.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But
yeah. And then the other thing about Kieran, so 21 strength, 20 skill, 20 speed, 18 defense, versus Boyd, 22 strength, 20 skill, 18 speed, 15 defense. So I guess Kieran's a little bit more well-rounded, but Reaver scales better.
Yeah.
And Gamble is an atrocious skill. Also, I think Boyd comes with a support. So he has a lot more time to build supports. Like the other problem with these with the units like Kieran is that they have no time to build supports
Yeah,
and
that's true.
establish themselves. So I think now between Gatry and Boyd, that's a good question. I think
I would say
Oscar's probably
Gatry's
better.
but
Yeah, I think Oscar's probably better than all of these units because Oscar can
yeah,
Oscar
probably.
has take drop utility.
Yeah.
He's
His utility just pushes him above.
yeah, he's I think he's more well rounded. Let's see. Oscar
kept getting into that disappointing
20,
phase. It's like he
22,
can't
21.
do anything by himself.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah. This is how it would be for me. I think. Oscar or Gatry Boyd. Yeah. I think they're probably better than Shinon. I know it's hard to say.
They might be, but Shinnon's more fun to use. And he was like a almost a better standalone unit because like you could count on him to kill on player phase, and you could count on him to live on enemy phase. It's like kind of weird.
That's true. Although I mean, Oscar lives through most things. It's just you can't get him surrounded, but you can't get Shinon surrounded either. So
yeah,
this is probably okay. I think. You would put Nyla higher or Shinon? You think Shinon is top of B? I'm okay with that. Shinon's pretty cool. But
I like Shinnon. I feel like I don't know. Nyla's weird because like she feels really good, but also I don't know how much she's necessary is the thing.
Probably not. I mean, none of these. I mean, it's B tier. None of these units are that necessary. I mean, I guess Jeffrey kind of is.
He is, but like that's his only.
He's there
thing.
for like
he's only necessary. He's not like he doesn't do anything else. You know. So it's weird. These are all weird units. It's the problem with this game is like.
Yeah.
All this middle tier stuff is like, well, who's to say?
Laura's like really bad. I think you don't get physic with the Dawn Brigade until like late into I think like one of the final chapters in part 3. Stabs are even worse in part 1. I'm trying to think why. I think it's just because you have a bunch of invincible units.
Because no one has magic and vulneraries are amazing.
Yeah, and then like Soth and Volu have so much move that Laura can never catch up to them, and they're doing their own thing.
Useless.
So it's horrible.
She's there to hold a heal staff, and then like she stops being useful. Also, she was never that good because vulneraries were amazing. So
yeah, she's bad. I think she's pretty bad.
The problem is like it's like I could use vulnerary for 20 health and it has 8 more uses, or I could use a heal staff for 14 health. And it's like, why am I even talking to you?
I agree. And Zehark is so weird. It's hard to rate him. He's pretty good. He's almost like a Jagan in part 1.
He's a semi-Jagan. He falls off really quickly, and then he's just kind of chilling.
Like you can give him EXP and make him work. Like he's really not that much worse than Mia.
Yeah, yeah. Like, you can give him XP, and it's not bad.
He can even join the Grail Mercenaries if you want to like sink resources into him.
It's just, why would you ever do that?
He's not that good.
He's just weird. He's like, I mean, he's fine, but he's not good.
I think he's probably better than a lot of these units. Maybe not Micaiah. Maybe not Riss. Maybe like this.
Yeah, I'd put him around Heather, Lincia tier. That's where he kind of belongs.
Leonardo.
This tier list is kind of hard. Oh, Leo. Fuck Leo. I mean, I love you, Leo, but God
we
damn
tried
it.
so hard to make him work, and it just didn't work. And I feel like we were getting super hyped. I remember getting super hyped in some of the early sessions where we were like, "Oh my god, he's getting so much strength and speed."
He was doing well.
And then we crafted him like a bunch of. We spent so much money crafting him bows.
We got like 3 bows.
We got the Luke's the Nog, and he was just not that good. He just didn't have enough speed. We even promoted him. We did so much work.
He got outpaced by speed so hard, so fast.
We did everything right, I feel. And I feel like the only way to make him work is like playing on easy mode and then like maybe just like feeding him stat boosters so he caps, and then like feeding him a bunch of Becks like early on or something. I don't know.
We literally gave him the silver spoon. He didn't do much with it.
You have to go ham to make this guy good, I feel, and it's just not worth it.
Yeah, there's so many better units with less resource investment. It's just not worth your time. I mean, his Nolan support's nice, but
Yeah, actually that worked for us, but he's pretty bad. He's worse than a lot of these units, I feel.
yeah.
Although, I mean, I will say he does have some utility, so I might put him a little bit like towards here because he shoots down hawks in part 3.
That's true. That's
and
true.
That's
You kill
almost
Hawks.
better than what a lot of these.
That's true. Like in the late game, it's like, what are they doing? And he's like still useful. So that's true.
I might be underrating Micaiah. She might be like B. She is there like the entire game. Nah, it's probably it's like
I just don't feel the need to use her. You know, it's just like that's the problem. It's.
yeah.
I mean, she's there a lot, and you could train her, but it's just why.
Yeah, and then Edward is like I think he's worse than Zhark, especially on hard mode and Iron Man setting we were playing. It's just he's so hard to use. And,
He's
like,
almost impossible to use in our setting.
Yeah.
It's just.
he's just bad. I'm gonna put him in C tier because I think well actually I don't know.
I mean, he's a better strength growth than Nolan, so like if you train him, he is worth it probably. But
It's just
Yeah.
so much variance to using him, and he's just not good. It's not a good unit. Yeah, there's just not much to say really. He's just pretty bad.
yeah.
I'm gonna rate maybe Leonardo a little higher because shooting down hawks is really good. They're probably some of the most threatening enemies.
That's
in
true.
Part
that's true.
3. All right, well I guess this is the tier list. This was such a weird.
It's a weird game. It's tough. It's yeah.
This was such a
I mean,
weird
this is
game.
the way
for
the
me.
game works with the multiple armies and like different puzzles solving each turn. It's just you can't really fairly compare units to each other
Mhm.
very well. So it's just, I mean, it is what it is. What it is, you know, like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty good. Although Leth might deserve like D tier. I feel like E tier is a little low. That might be the one thing.
He has a few chapters where she does stuff. So like,
No,
yeah, that's fine. I'm not upset about it.
might be like this actually.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, this game is so weird to tier. It's like so many like weird things you have to consider. But I guess so we've done 2 Iron Man, we've done Binding Blade, and we've done Radiant Dawn. So how would you like compare the 2 games?
I mean, I preferred Binding Blade because it's more like a classic Fire Emblem type. Just this is the story, these are the dudes, and it's just hard. It was fun. It was just a lot of challenges to face. This one felt very. It was difficult. It was challenging, but it was also like it felt scripted almost, like because of the way the game works with all the different armies and different puzzles to solve.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, okay, here's your challenge today. It was like, you know, daily puzzle kind of thing, which is cool and I enjoyed it. But FE6 felt more like a holistic game, like one whole piece that it all flowed together. Whereas this felt more like disjointed with the different armies.
Yeah. Although I kind of like that in a way because it feels like there's always like new challenges and things like that.
Yeah, it's fun. They're both fun in their own way.
Which game did you feel was harder?
Probably FE6 because the continuity was more continuity. Yeah, it was more relevant because it's like, oh, we have to get Marcus to this weapon level and we have to like do this and like we have to, you know, it felt like a solid like an entire one piece Fire Emblem game, whereas this felt like a series of puzzles we had to solve, and it gave us new units every turn or every map, basically.
Yeah.
With the different armies. So I liked the feel of FE6 a little more, but it was really fun and I enjoyed the experience a lot. Yeah, it was good stuff.
I think I agree with you. Do you have like some chapters that stood out to you in this game? Like I guess Jeffrey's Charge, probably the one where it's like you have a whole bunch of.
Yeah, I mean there were a few. to me, the big sad part of this game is like we failed the Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
So like, whereas with FE6 we kept the Iron Man going the whole way through, so it felt more impactful. Like every single chapter mattered. Like that one chapter where I forgot what it was. We messed up like 3 turns in a row, and it's like, oh god, we have Orson
Oh yeah.
way out here by himself, and he's getting slept. Like, what do we do? Those kind of emotional roller coasters didn't quite happen in this game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there were a couple. Yeah.
So it was. Yeah, it was.
There were a couple like weird like.
Oh, there
weird
were stuff
moments.
that happened. Yeah, but it's just like in the FE6 playthrough it's like, oh my god, is Shanna gonna die this turn, this chapter? It happened like 4 chapters in a row. It's like,
and then
it was so much. The stakes were so much higher.
The end game was pretty free, but before that,
yeah, but I was so emotionally
final...
invested in that playthrough. Like it was.
Yeah, some of the final chapters were pretty free, but yeah, this was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I understand that. I mean, I think the two games we've played, those are probably my 2 favorite Fire Emblem games. I think.
Yeah, they're really good ones. They're really fun, really challenging.
Yeah, I guess for new players, I don't know if I recommend either.
No, they're not new player games. That's the thing. They're not new player games.
Yeah, I think you're better off playing like Echoes or Blazing Blade
Awakening.
or Sacred Stones or Awakening.
Sacred Stones
maybe,
or Awakening, I would say. Yeah, those are the ones to start with.
But yeah, this game was also, it's a sequel, so there's that.
Yeah.
It's just like the game's really weird.
Exactly, it's hard to like fairly evaluate things in the sequel setting because like everything's based off something else. It's so weird, but yeah. I mean, we just I don't know. I'm excited. I want to keep going. This is fun.
Yeah. So I guess for future, so I had like 2 ideas. We could either do an Iron Man for Conquest Lunatic, which is gonna be pretty crazy. But I've played Conquest before. But that game's gonna be, if we do that game, it's gonna be like, oof, it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna need your help on that one, because there's some crazy, that game gets crazy.
No, I know the game's tough, but like that one's on my list. But well, I was gonna say, just like both of these games have been on my list, like FE6 and Radiant Dawn. Both been on my list to play. So like I kind of if there was something on your list that you wanted to play that you haven't done yet, I wanted to help you with that.
Then it would be, I guess, so the other thing would be a Blind Iron Man of Thracia 776 would be the other thing.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I'd be blind there too then.
Yeah, that game is gonna be like rough, because I heard that game's not very kind to being blind.
With both of us being blind, it'd be really tough.
Yeah, but both those games, those were my 2 ideas. Both those games, or we could play a DS game, but that would also be blind for both of us. I think we could play like a new Mystery of the Emblem, like the
a translation patch.
Yeah, so those were my 3 ideas. It'd be like Thracia, Conquest Lunatic, and then what was the third one? New Mystery. Yeah.
Well, you haven't played like Awakening, right? But that's kind of weird.
I haven't played Awakening. I heard the Yeah, I was also thinking like maybe doing like, I could get a save file and we could just go straight to Lunatic Plus on Awakening.
Oh, that would be. We could do it. It'd be so fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
Awakening's such a weird game though.
I'm not like super interested in playing like a normal or hard mode Awakening, but I would do Lunatic or Lunatic Plus.
Yeah. That could be really fun. Problem is like all the same gen reinforcement, we get so frustrated, but it might be funny doing that.
Have you played?
Honestly,
have you played Awakening?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, so we could start. Yeah, we could start on like Lunatic or Lunatic.
Yeah.
Plus. How is Lunatic? Is Lunatic hard?
I haven't played it much, but like the same turn reinforcements are annoying. Like you just die randomly because you don't know the spawns, and it's like. Yeah,
but I mean, I've also wanted to play Thracia, so we could do that, and then
it might be the time for Thracia.
Conquest is also, I really like Conquest, so
yeah,
I'd be down
I want to play Conquest. I want to play.
So Conquest, but I mean, hey, if you're, if we go fast enough on one game, maybe we can do the other right after. So
yeah, but what's 5 more months?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this one, I mean, I feel like the Binding Blade one it only took like.
It wasn't that bad.
4,
we were both into it and we were going like every weekend, but the problem is like this one we had big breaks.
Yeah, I think the Iron Man ending really killed our motivation for this game. is another. And also we got busy, but
We just got busy. Yeah.
But I think maybe we would have made more of an effort if the Iron Man hadn't ended. We would have been more like, all right, we got to do this.
That's true. That's true. We would have been more invested and we would have kept going.
Yeah, there's some days where I'd have been like, okay, I'm going on vacation next day, but maybe I can like spend some time. Or
yeah,
like,
we would have put in more time if we. Yeah.
But yeah, those were my 3 ideas. It'd be like Thracia, blind run.
Yeah, we just put up the vote in chat and then
it would be like
it
would be Riss voting on it, and then
it's up to Riss, dude.
And then he's gonna vote Thracia because
he just said Thracia. Yeah. So...
I'm down. I'm down for Thracia. It's gonna be a little weird. I've never played the game before, but
yeah.
I've heard that game is super weird.
Yeah. I'm excited.
But yeah, I mean, we can do Thracia, or if you really want to play Conquest, I'm down for a Conquest.
I mean, I want to play. I want to play every Fire Emblem I haven't played before. So.
Well, fair enough.
So I'm down.
What I mean, if you want to, we could also run through Awakening if you want to do like a Lunatic Plus run or something. Although I heard it's kind of like a Robin solo, but it still looks interesting.
The weird thing about Awakening is the more units you lose, the easier it gets.
Why is that?
Because it becomes a Robin solo as you lose more units.
Can't you just like not deploy him?
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like, so it hits the Fire Emblem problem of like the larger army you try to train, the harder it is.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So like if you're playing an Iron Man, like and you start to lose units, it gets easier.
Oh, okay.
So it's a weird thing of like the more ambitious you are, the harder. I mean, obviously, but like. You know what I mean? Like if you try to play it like as a normal Iron, or you try to play it without losing units, it's really hard. But once you lose a few units, it gets easier. It's weird. It's just really weird.
Yeah.
It's like whoever you commit to training will be good. So just having less units to train just automatically makes it easier. But
here's what I can do. I can do a straw poll. And then I can post it on like a disc, like on a Raisins Discord maybe or something. I can ask him if I can do that, and then.
Oh yeah, that might work. That might be the best way to do it. So Riss, just get your people together to vote for what you want, and then.
I'll put in I'll vote for Thracia in honor of Riss because he's not on that Discord. Blind Iron Man sounds weird though. Maybe just.
Exactly, it's so hard to do blind. We'd have to like.
Maybe just a blind playthrough.
Yeah, we'd have to. Well.
It's just blind
I like
Iron
Man though. It feels so much more fun, but you can't do it blind on certain games. It's almost like we need like Iron Man with scouting.
Yeah,
that seems so weird.
Yeah, I haven't played Thracia, so I don't know.
Yeah,
it's gonna be that one's. I mean, we can try the blind Iron Man in my. But
we
then
can try it. It's fun.
But then we're gonna get sad if it doesn't work.
I know. It's weird. I don't know how it would work, but. I just love Iron Manning. It feels so fun.
But I don't think we can Iron Man Lunatic Plus.
No, it'd be too hard. We don't know the spawns. We'd have to like do a research phase before every chapter, kind of.
And I think there's a variance in that game in Lunatic Plus. So because the enemies roll skills randomly.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't even think it's possible. Or I mean, I guess it is, but it would be like speed running. You'd be resetting all the time. So
yeah, a lot of resets. Yeah.
So it's FE Awakening Plus, and then I guess that's it. And we pick between.
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah.
There's like the DS games, but I don't know. I haven't played those either.
Shadow Dragon, but Shadow Dragon's so weird.
Have you played Shadow Dragon?
A little bit, yeah. I haven't beat it, but.
Oh dang! So you know it? We could do like a hard 5 or whatever run. Is that the hardest?
Yeah, but it's just like there's lots of like weird things. Like okay, you reclass your Jagan to a Wyvern Knight. And
but then I heard like there's like you don't want to keep everyone as a Wyvern. There's like stat caps or
there's rules.
Like,
you can only have 2 of each class.
Yeah,
2 of each class. Yeah, so it's like you have Jagan and then you have like Sita and then
that's like so weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's cool, but it's weird. But then like. Your army just gets so huge because like it's expected that you kill off units.
Wait, really?
And yeah, because you have to kill off units if you want to get the what are they called? X chapters, side chapters.
Gaiden?
Guidance, thank you.
Oh
thank
yeah,
you,
oh yeah. That's the thing
it's
where
like,
you kill the
to
units
unlock
off.
this guidance, you have
Yeah.
to have 5
Because
killed units. or
you
10
get
killed
replacement.
units.
You get like
Yeah,
replacement
you get
characters.
replacement units. Yeah. It's expected that you kill off units. It's so weird to play.
There's also like a new mystery, which is the sequel or whatever. There's you can do reverse
sequel, half
lunatic.
sequel. Yeah.
You can do reverse lunatic where all the enemies attack first always.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah,
Weird.
I heard that's like the hardest like mode. And
Yeah, that's nuts.
yeah, but we haven't even played new mystery, so that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
don't know if we'd make
miserable.
that.
Yeah, that sounds miserable.
Enemies get the first turn. Oh god.
Yeah, that sounds miserable. Yeah, I guess so. I guess the three things would be Conquest Lunatic, Iron Man, Blind Iron Man of Thracia, and then
Oh, I'm so excited. Can't you level move in Thracia?
yes,
God
you can
bless.
level up.
Just high roll, dude. Just high roll. We'll be fine.
Yeah,
That's our plan. That's our plan.
Yeah, we'll see if that. I don't know if that'll work, but we'll
All right.
see.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds good. We'll just figure it out because we're gonna keep playing. This is really fun. So.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We shall see. All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, enjoyed it. Good night, my dudes.
Good night. Yeah, that's
Back for
what
some more. Something.
another game down. So
Yeah.
good
2
looking
down.
good. Yep, 2 down. All right. Peace out, guys.
Good night. Bye bye.
Good night.